press the damn button, nerd.
Wait.
All right, I'm trying. Let's see. Let me put that there. Just going to bring this over here and this one here.
Check!
Check one!
Check!
Is this thing on?
Is he working?
My favorite one was Beavis and Butthead when they used to go, testes, 1, 2, 3.
My favorite was we had a teacher one time that was helping with the ACTs. They go, okay, we need all the proctors of the tests to bring your tests to the office.
Okay.
And all the testes must stay in the room.
Keep your testes in the room. I've been telling you that for years, Raider Nation.
I hate that.
Chevy Silver Raider, Chris Rubio, Paul is in there.
Paul?
Who?
Michelle Sweat,
Hey.
Sugar
Michelle?
Biscuit.
Sugar Biscuit.
What up, Sugar Biscuit?
Wait, is that your new name for Michelle?
Yeah, I can't remember when I put that in there. I think it was in our chat. Me and Murph have a little Facebook message thing. We were messaging.
Did Lamont call her that or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Akis be rocking. Ron the Materator, Matthew Mengus, B Al.
Nice.
BL, I love that. What a great name.
Raider Flash, Tyrone Graves.
Dave Afolter.
Hello, Dave.
Dave's not here.
Akis be rocking says he'll call in when we go 3-0.
Oh, nice. Love to hear from Atticus.
Well, yeah.
Uncle Mosh with the Cheech and Chong reference. That was good.
Thank you.
Dave's
Big
not
Bamboo.
here, man. Big Bamboo.
Big Bamboo, yeah.
Oh,
I
my
still
God.
got it.
Do you
I
really?
still got it with the paper.
Oh, my gosh. That's one of the best comedy records of all
Ever.
time.
Of all. Sister Mary Elephant.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's so good. Gosh, I haven't heard that in forever.
I could probably get it on the YouTube and stuff.
Oh,
right?
I'm sure you could. I could bring it up right now. Yeah. All right, ready to kick this thing off?
Let's do the damn thing.
Just press the damn button, nerd.
All right, here we go. Welcome to episode number 218 of Raiders Fan Radio.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, select the top, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down. Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. So I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio, hosted by Murph, Uncle Mosh, and Swag Jeff. Take it away, guys.
And thank you, Brent Musburger. And what is up, Raider Nation? My name is Murph, your buddy Murph here, and welcome into Murph's Fan Cave. And I appreciate you joining us here for episode number 218 of what we call Raiders Fan Radio, and hope you have a fantastic time here as we celebrate our Las Vegas Raiders being 2-0, boys. Let's go! Man, what an amazing, amazing start to the season, and can't wait to celebrate it with the best fan base in all of sports, and that is you, Raider Nation. And appreciate everybody that's joining us live tonight on the YouTubes at youtube.com/RaidersFanRadio. You can join us there live every Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. We appreciate you so very, very much. And there's a multitude of ways you can get in contact with us that we will cover later in what we call the Sea of Fans mailbag. We've got so much to get to tonight.
How much?
So much. We have an amazing giveaway to do tonight, a little fundraiser moment. We're going to talk. We're going to give a lot of respect tonight. We're going to definitely give our reaction to the Raiders Steelers game. We're going to talk a little bit about the preview against Miami. We're going to talk about what our plans are. I got to remember. I didn't even write that on here, boys. I need to remember to talk about that, about what we got going on this weekend with the live show. A little bit of Raiders and pop culture, and then a lot of you. Because more of you and less of us is a good thing, and more of these guys and less of me is an even better thing. So let me start off here at the top of the show by welcoming the man that adorns the western annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk, the one and only, the legendary Uncle Mosh.
Test. Is this working? I missed last week.
No, it's on.
Working?
Yeah, it's on.
Vinny sat in my chair.
Yeah, Vanuch, my kid.
I didn't sit in a damn chair.
I'm
Hey, now.
It doesn't have to be a damn chair, mister.
Well,
Vinny was here, did a great job. I'm still having a little bit, a little hard time listening to Vinny go, okay, next up is Paul from Shropshire. I'm like, dude, when did you? It's bad enough he's like 6'8".
Yeah.
12.
He's definitely post Peter Brady and found his Barry White voice. There's no doubt. No doubt.
You guys had a good show last week. I
fun,
was proud
man.
of y'all, man.
Thank you, Mosh.
It was really good. Even I enjoyed what I listened to. I listened to the whole thing. There was one small little part I had a problem, and that was Kevin. But, but everybody knows I got a problem with Kevin.
Well, you got a thing with Kevin.
Anyway, no, you guys, despite Kevin, you had a great show. It really was. It was a fun show. God, our fan base is growing all the time. We're going to talk about that later. Man, holy moly. Good show last week, you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Uncle Mosh.
I had real work. For a guy that's retired, I had real work.
You're working more than you ever have.
I know. Yeah, it's great. The wife said to me, she goes, you're home less now that you're retired with all your little part-time jobs. And, and I'm like, yeah. She goes, yeah, it's great. We get along so much better. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you need to get another one.
I know.
Yeah. All right, appreciate you being here, Uncle Mosh, and look forward to hearing from Uncle Mosh. We got, again, so much to get to tonight, and look forward to hearing about, listen, with this game against the Steelers, there was a little Twitter interaction I had this week with some other members of Raider Nation talking about outside our division, what teams do we hate most? And for me, it's like, the Niners are up there, and like there's a handful of teams. Right. But for old school Raider fans, outside of the division, it's the freaking Steelers.
It's nobody. I'm telling you that, and it almost hurt me to my heart because your dad was like another brother of mine.
Absolutely.
He married my sister, but he grew up around the corner. I've known the man my entire life, and when your dad started rooting for the Steelers,
that was rough.
It hurt me.
That was rough.
It hurt me, and he still rooted for the Raiders when they weren't playing the Steelers, but he never had a Steeler jersey, and he went to more Raiders games than practically all of us combined. But man,
but my dad was also a gambler, and the Steelers used to win money for him. And that's like so. Yes, my dad was not like we are, where our fandom trumps all.
Yeah,
he was like, if I can make some bucks on the Steelers,
I can make a couple bucks on the Steelers and pay for my Raider tickets.
There you go. There you go.
Nice. Well, that other voice that you hear, that disembodied voice, is, of course, my best friend and yours, the man that adorns the southern annex of the western annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk. Give it up for Swag Jeff.
Yeah.
Swaggy J, let me say one thing to you, Swaggy J.
What's that, pal?
I am wearing, before the camera goes, I'm wearing a gift from Swaggy J.
Well,
you got the new RFR shirt there, Mosh.
Yeah, man. RFR shirt. Swaggy J will tell you all about it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
man,
your time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, I am Swag Jeff, and so I gotta share the swag a little.
Come on.
I gotta share the swag a little bit. So I got the new Raiders Fan Radio drip going right here. And then we got some little Black Sunday action going on right here.
Man.
Black Sunday, hit us up if you want us to sponsor, or if you want to sponsor our show, because this would be where a library would be, and it would be epic.
Absolutely.
Hey, show the back of your shirt, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at that. So if you want to get some of that fresh Raiders fan radio gear, your
love
microphone's right in the front. Stand up a little bit. Your microphone's blocking. There you go. So if you want to get some of that fresh Raiders fan radio gear, you can go to our website, which is RaidersFanRadio.com, and you can click on the gear link, and that will either take you to Fanatics, where you can buy official Raider gear like this. What is this? Was it 5950, Jeff? That I'm wearing?
It's the low pro.
The low pro 5950 hat that I'm wearing, or you can pick up a shirt like this, Raiders Fan Radio, and either one of those things that you do, the proceeds, 100% of that money goes to our foundation, which is the One Nation Foundation, where we will proudly be presenting a check from the One Nation Foundation to the Bolitnikovs upcoming next month at their annual dinner.
Yes, absolutely. So a lot's going on in the chat. So a lot of people are in there. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Parvin 1975, Mac Bud, Michelle Sweat, Paul from Shropshire, YO Raiders in there, and he doesn't catch a whole lot of live shows. So welcome, YO.
Come on, YO.
He's one of the made men. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, and Aaron the Q-Dog Raider with his $19.11 donation. Mosh had a problem with a guy. The nation has a problem with that guy. We got 90-time problems and said the Steelers ain't won.
Come on!
17 W's versus their 13 W's against us. F the Steelers.
Let's go, Capo.
Absolutely. So speaking of the donation.
Yes.
Speaking of the donation, we'll call that a $20 donation. It's of course the 1911 donation from Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. But Aaron the Q-Dog Raider now has 2 poker chips.
Because we're giving away something tonight.
Because the summer of swag has turned there's a little chill in the air and is now the autumn swag.
Today's the first day of fall.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. First day of autumn, and it's the first day of autumn and the first day of the autumn swag. And we got a good one for you tonight, everybody. So a $10 donation. Every $10 donation that you do via Super Chat, 100% of this money goes to the One Nation Foundation. And you're going to get a poker chip, and the winner of the drawing tonight will get a signed Jim Otto mini helmet.
Look at
inscribed Hall of Fame 1980.
Let's go, dude.
Absolutely. Comes with the COA, of course. And we got that from our guy that we're going to talk about in the respect segment of the show. But yes, if you want to get into the mix, you know what to do.
Absolutely. Let's go. So any donation that you give, as Swag says, go straight to the One Nation Foundation. We'll give you a chance to win something cool. And if we get like a really big donator tonight, like we have in the past, we'll have some good consolation prizes for you all as well. I've got some Raiders Fan Radio t-shirts here that we're going to send you all.
So in the chat, for those of you that are watching on the YouTube, we got the chat going, and we got a ton of people, over 50 people in there watching live right now. And somebody says, hey, there's something smoking to your left, Swag. And what's really funny is the guy's name is Mac Bud. Nice. Why did he know that there was something smoking? And it's incense, Mac.
We do.
We
always burn a little bit of incense here in the fan cave. We're still got some California counterculture hippie in us.
Yeah, we used to burn like Pittsburgh jerseys and stuff, but we ran out of those.
Yes.
So now we're on the incense.
Yes.
Anyway, so look forward to raising some money tonight.
Yes, and Daniel Mangus has already kicked it off as well with a $20 donation.
Come on, Daniel.
Yeah,
awesome.
man. So
Thank
2
you,
poker
Daniel.
chips. You get poker chip number 2, pal.
And he says, here we go, 2-0 and a helmet, man. Absolutely. Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate that, my friend. And so here at the top of the show, here at Raiders Fan Radio, we always kick it off by tying our episode number back to something significant within Raider Nation of that equal number. But before we even get to that, I do want to say one more thing before I throw it to my buddy Jeff. So he's wearing that Black Sunday hat there, which looks fantastic. And speaking of Black Sunday, they are partners with our buddy Raider Cody, who is doing live YouTube shows from the Sahara Casino in Las Vegas for every Raider home game. And very thankfully this weekend, I'll be in town to co-host that show with him. Nice. I'll be on the pregame. That's on Saturday night. So those of you know who Raider Cody is, just look for us on his YouTube channel. I believe we're going at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So look for us on Raider Cody's channel at 5 o'clock. And if you're coming to Vegas, come and see us. Come say hi. And then the next day, I'm going to the game. Cousin Sonny and I are going to the Dolphins game.
Yeah.
So we're going to hang out with Cody a little bit before the game. But after the game, as soon as the game wraps, Sonny and I are hopping in a car and we're going to run back to Sahara and we're going to do the post-game show with Cody, who is also going to be holding it down with Kenny King, another buddy of mine. So Cody and Kenny will be doing the show until we get there, and we're going to jump back in. But anyways,
awesome.
Thankful to Cody for the invite. We're going to do this a handful of times this year. So for those of you, again, please support that show. Let's show them what Raiders Fan Radio listening audience looks like as well, man, because we got a lot of amazing listeners and a lot of amazing support. So let's take that over to Cody's channel on that Saturday, and you look for yours truly, and I will be it's going to be amazing. I'll be thrilled to be there. You might even see like a legendary Raider show up on the show. I'm not going to sell the lead, but just look for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and so thank you to those of you that will support that effort. All right, Swaggo, what do we got?
Yes. So episode number 218. We're not going too far back. We're going back to November 2019.
Okay.
November 2019, and we're going to be highlighting the Raider Charger game.
Okay. Is this the what's our safety? Eric.
Yeah, don't steal my thunder. I got it.
I
got it, pal.
Okay, I was just trying to remember what game it was.
We wore the AFLs. We wore the AFLs that night. In Oakland. So the story of the game was Josh Jacobs, who had a pair of rushing touchdowns in that game, including one that sealed the game late. And then, of course, we had Eric Harris playing the part of Rivers' favorite receiver or Rivers' wife, because both of them receive everything that Rivers throws at them. So that game, there wasn't a whole lot of passing that was needed because it was the Josh Jacobs and Eric Harris show.
Absolutely.
So, but Derek Carr threw 218 passing yards that game.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Give some applause, Mike.
Absolutely.
Nice job, Swaggo.
Absolutely. And before we move on, I do want to highlight Pyron 1975, a total of $10 donation, and Wyoming Raider. Clearly wants the Jim Otto helmet
because
he brought thunder with a $50 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Go Wyoming Raiders!
Yes.
My man, I love it, man.
Yes.
Rock on, dude. That's awesome. 100% of that money goes to One Nation Foundation, and I believe that puts you in the lead with 5 poker chips. All right, Uncle Mosh, let's hit some contact information, and then we'll jump into some show.
Woo! Hey, Raider Nation! You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murph would say it, 909-345-3346. How about emailing me? You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast, the Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio, Insta something, Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio, the tiki-tiki-taki-tok, TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
All right, appreciate everybody checking us out here. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot we got to do our thing. Never mind. I'm talking too fast.
3, 2, 1.
Done.
Good.
Oh, I thought it was
good.
Nice.
We've only been doing it for 9 years.
Sorry, I was looking at somebody. I'm trying to do 6 things at once.
Quit it.
I want to appreciate everybody that's in the chat. Wyoming Raider, Paul, of course, is in there. Kill Jadis is in there. Little Tiger is in there. But I read a comment here that jumped out at me. Joshua Maldonado.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Well, then go for it, Jeff.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the show. First time listener representing here in Fago, North Carolina.
It's Fargo?
North Dakota.
Fargo.
It's Fargo.
I
Jeff.
messed all of it up.
That's okay. So between the two of us, we're 0 for 2.
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely. So
Mosh,
Joshua,
take us home.
Well, here at the top of the show.
well, yeah. Thank you, Joshua. Thank
I'm
you
not
for
sure
joining
where
us.
Fago is, but
It's in North Dakota.
It's right next to
It's in North
Alzheimer.
Dakota.
there is. Appreciate you, Joshua Maldonado. Appreciate you checking us out here from Fargo, North Dakota. All right, so a lot of talking there. So speaking of the chat, a lot of talking there about Jeff not wearing a jersey, and that's because we made a TikTok video before we went live. It was a goof about the Jeff wearing a Dolphins jersey, but If you don't follow us on the TikToks, please do. Check us out there. It's at Raiders Fan Radio. And you can find pretty much all of our social media just by searching at Raiders Fan Radio. And, look, we're irreverent. We just play. We're goofy. You're not going to see hard-hitting, analyst type stuff, wannabe film watchers, none of that kind of stuff. We're just passionate Raider fans that like to play and have a good time. And so if you're into that sort of thing, definitely check us out on the TikToks and all the social medias. Also, along with your Raiders Fan Radio listening and viewing experience, you get a handful of other shows. So if you follow us, if you subscribe.
So stupid. I just love it when you do that. When you do that Uncle Louie voice.
I go, Uncle Ham. Hey. So if you subscribe to Raiders Fan Radio, that's at Raiders Fan Radio. On the podcast service, you can get a multitude of shows, including this show, the flagship show, which is Raiders Fan Radio, but also you can get access to I can't do it. Traffic on the 8s, Weather on the 9s, Flashback. That's the second second show we do on this network.
This is going to be a 4-hour show tonight, guys.
Anyway, I'm sorry. So, the Flashback is the other show that's on our network, and
it's really good.
It's really good. It's hosted by our good friend Rich Schmelter, who is the author of the Raiders Encyclopedia, and you could tell he is a writer because these shows are absolutely amazing in their descriptive nature. And so this week is the Twos. So if you want to hear a little bit of background, a little bit of history about John Matuzak, the legendary Raider, check out episode number, I believe it's 9. It will be up tonight, and that's on our feed at Raiders Fan Radio, any podcast service, and we'll have that up just after we close out here on the live show tonight. All right. Before we get to respect Swaggo, let's shout out the chat and then give an update on your donations, and then Mosh, take us to a break.
Yes, absolutely. So Wyoming Raider, Michelle Sweat, Paul from Shropshire, Little Tigers in there, Ebony Graves is in there, Stacy Rough Raider, who we had a fun time with him last year in Vegas. It was like almost last year to the day.
Sure was.
So a year ago today, he was checking out of the Clark County facility.
Yeah.
You know,
he had a free night stay.
Absolutely. Yeah, he got comped one night. He got comped one night there. And Ty Raider with a $10 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Thank you, Ty.
So poker chip number 6 goes to Ty Raider for a chance to win this signed Jim Otto mini helmet. If you're just tuning in, every $10 donation to the One Nation Foundation via Super Chat goes in for a chance to win this.
Awesome. Thank you so very much.
Hey, what's up? It's Brockman from The Rich Eisen Show.
And it's Del Tufo from The Rich Eisen Show.
Stacy said.
You're listening to Murph and Mosh on Raiders Fan Radio. Yes!
You know, we've been to, Murph, we've been to, you and I and Swaggy have been to casinos all over the country.
Yes. Well,
yeah. You know, we went out to California 2 years ago, and we found a casino in San Jose. I mean, every time we go somewhere, we find a casino, and we always laugh about, oh, yeah, all right, I got us breakfast. It only cost me $800.
Yeah, exactly.
And so Stacy says, well, I did get that free night, but I did get that night in Vegas comped, but it wasn't free.
Well, yeah. Absolutely. And Schmucky the Raider Bear with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation as well. Says $10 for each W so far this year.
Come on, Schmucks.
Yeah.
Let's go. Appreciate that, Schmucky the Raider Bear. Appreciate you very much. All right, so I will take a little bit of a break from all of our silliness here that we do at Raiders Fan Radio, and just to get reverent, which we don't do very often. But I think in this case, it's appropriate. And so here at the top of our show, we always do a segment called Respect. We don't do props. We don't do shout-outs. There's nothing wrong with those things, but we like to give respect. And I want to give respect and just many heartfelt condolences to the family of Rob Rivera.
Yep.
And want to just take a moment to celebrate his life and what he did as a fan, as a Raider fan. And so for those of you, I'm sure if you're listening to this show, you are, wildly aware of what happened, that, Rob passed away this week. And Rob is one of those guys that, he transcends past just being a fan. We talk a lot about Gorilla Rilla and Wayne Mabry around here, and about how they are like, the 1 and 1A of super fans out there. But somebody like Rob Rivera was as well. And if you don't know, Rob founded the Black Hole, and there was a handful of folks that the original group, Raider Rob, and a handful of other people that originally founded that Black Hole. And now if you think about, but Rob kind of had that title as the guy. And so when you think about that, about somebody that founded a fan group in an area of the stadium that's literally going to carry on for as long as the Raiders will. Like, you want to talk about leaving a legacy behind you. And so I want to celebrate that, and I want to give much respect to Rob for that, for not only just having the vision of it and the idea of it, but for what it became. Like, you're talking about, they refer to themselves as the world's most notorious fans, but it really is, as far as like being descriptive and having an identity of a fan base. It's a fan base within a fan base. And, when the Raiders had their last season in Oakland, I spent more than I normally would spend to go to a Raider game just so I could go down there and sit in the Black Hole and get that experience for the first time in my life. And it was one of the most amazing, unique experiences and I've, been on this earth long enough to have been to many, many sporting events and all over the place, but being a Raider fan and being in the Black Hole and what that became based on what this man chose to do with his fandom and the passion of which he loved the Raiders, it's unmatched. And I'm incredibly grateful for what he did. He will never be forgotten, especially on shows like this. And so again, condolences to the family. Thank you, Rob. Much respect from all of us here at Raiders Fan Radio.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Next up, we're going to, I will say this too. We used to have another show on the network called the Fan Club Blitz it's hosted by our good buddy, Chuck McCann. And so Chuck on the Fan Club Blitz, I'm going to back up here, looking for my words. Chuck is the president of the New Jersey chapter of the Black Hole. The Black Hole has chapters that are all around all over the country. And so Chuck, being the president of that division of the Black Hole and having his show, he had Rob Rivera on. And so if you want to hear their interview, you can go to episode number 8 of the Fan Club Blitz. It's on our feed. You can find it. You have to scroll a ways back to get to it, but but definitely look for that and check it out because it's great. Rob does an amazing job in that interview, and Chuck and the guys do a great job talking to him. All right. Next up, I'm going to give some respect to old fan of ours around here.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Old Raider fan. He's a listener of ours, a fan of the Raiders. And that is Jimmy Ziebach. Jimmy's one of the guys.
Love Jimmy.
Jimmy's been with us since, I don't know, man, like the early days of Raiders Fan Radio. So a couple things. So we've respected Jimmy a lot here lately because he is such an amazing graphic designer, and he designed our new logo. All the logos that we have for Raiders Fan Radio, plus the logos that we have for all of our different shirts and individuals and all that good stuff. And so I want to give respect to him not only for that, but also congratulations to Jim for the amazing tailgate that they put on this last week. So Jim is the president of the Great Lakes Raiders, and they are in Erie, Pennsylvania, home of Fred Biletnikoff.
Yep.
And they put on a massive tailgate and invasion of Pittsburgh, Raider Nation style. And so amazing job well done. They're on like the local news. He's getting interviewed all over the place. It was absolutely incredible. And so before we move on, I'm going to play an audio clip for you. So Jimmy called in, thankfully, and gave us an update here on Raiders Fan Radio on how that tailgate went.
Murph, Swag Jeff, Uncle Mosh and Raider Nation. This is Jim Erie Raider Ziebach, basking in the glory of an incredible weekend in hostile territory. Let me review how the game was just the last incredible event of the weekend. The wife and I were in Pissburgh celebrating our 33rd wedding anniversary Thursday to Monday. We had a fabulous time. It got even better, starting with the Raider Nation takeover party at McFadden's a few blocks from the stadium. With RFR's help, I was able to promote this event widely. The event started with about 30 fans at about 6 o'clock. There were many Steelers fans there as well, attempting to match the vocal prowess of Raider Nation chanting, Raiders! Yeah, good luck with that. I will admit, it was pretty equal in the beginning, although annoying. I mean, Steelers fans attempting to match us was, well, pathetic. As the night went on, Raider Nation began to take over. That's when Steelers fans just stopped trying to out-chant us. Again, pathetic. Later that evening, it truly was a Raider Nation takeover, as we had maybe 400 Raider fans.
Wow.
Demoralized Steelers
So cool.
fans began to leave with their terrible towel tucked hastily between their butt cheeks. Takeover accomplished. What a night. Now for the tailgate. Sarah Smith, the Pissburgh Raider, did an incredible job making over 100 lunches for Raider Nation. Food was outstanding. The tailgate had a couple hundred Raider fans swaggering boisterously. My local news station, after interviewing Freddie B., came down to see the tailgate and was blown away.
That's so
Raider
cool.
Nation is strong. The game was incredible. The Raider chants were heard often echoing through the halls of Heinz Field to the chagrin of Steeler fans. And there was nothing more entertaining than hearing the stadium announcer say, "It's a Raider touchdown," sounding like boo. Again, pathetic. This win was a big frickin' deal. A short week plus a travel week plus 150 injuries and coming off an emotional victory the week before usually means a flat performance. That was an incredibly impressive victory. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And did you know Ben's record against the Raiders is now 2 wins and 6 losses? Pathetic. We own them. He's never won in a Raiders stadium, and the overall record is now Raiders 17-13.
Oh, sorry.
Steelers fans, cry in your pathetic towels that give off a hint of butt cheek. Thank you, Raider Nation. Enjoy this one, and God bless.
Nice job, Jimmy Z.
Nicely done.
Oh, that was awesome.
Every time he says butt cheek, it kills me.
Yeah. That was awesome, man. So appreciate Jimmy Ziebach. Much respect for holding it down for Raider Nation up there. Erie Raider, of course, if you're looking for him on Twitter, and support the Great Lakes Raiders Booster Club. All right, we got one more to get to. I'm going to let Swaggo take this, and then after this, Mosh, take us into break.
Yes, absolutely. So the last piece of respect that we want to give, he's a part of the Autumn Swag.
Come on.
Yeah. So our buddy, we've been calling him the guy for a while. You know, we got a guy. You know
He's
what I mean?
the guy.
And he self-referential in the chat calls himself the guy too.
guy,
You know,
yeah.
I like it. But Jason Rotgun. He has a company called Chasing Treasures, and he so kindly donated a couple different signed Raider mini helmets, including the one that we're giving away tonight. Again, every $10 donation to the One Nation Foundation gets you into the mix for this. But yeah, he sent us like a box full of these things.
Nice.
And yeah, so we're so the Autumn Swag will go for the next few weeks. We're gonna be giving some stuff away, all of course promoting the One Nation Foundation. So thank you, Jason. Look them up, Chasing Treasures. They've got, the dude's got like warehouses full of not only Raider swag, but if you like any other sports too. He's got everything, and we're about to get in business with this guy, and he's going to be giving us some incredible deals on some one of a kind pieces of Raider merchandise and signed and all that stuff, like big banners and big canvases and all kinds of stuff. He's doing all kinds of cool stuff, and he's thankfully given us the opportunity to partner with him. All for the charity, all for the One Nation Foundation. So
donating
awesome
these
stuff.
amazing pieces of memorabilia. We're incredibly thankful for
The
that.
fact that he's given them to us to give to our fans.
Yes.
And to make some money. That's for the One Nation.
Unsolicited. I got a box in the mail the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, what did I get?" Because I forget sometimes what I buy. But yeah. So I opened this up. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't order this," and so I called my guy. I'm like, what is this?" And he was like, "It's just a gift for you guys." I'm like, wow, thank you.
Yeah, all for the One Nation.
Wow.
In fact,
All for the One Nation Foundation.
And look, and one of them was so cool. I bought it. Like I made my own big donation to the One Nation Foundation because it's an autographed Fred Biletnikoff helmet with Hall of Fame '88 inscribed.
Well,
on it.
yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm buying that one.
Yep.
I'm like,
absolutely.
Sign me up. How much is that one going to cost me, Swaggo?
Exactly.
So you know what would be super badass is if we could get this guy on the air. The fact that he's probably met these guys just to hear the stories. You know,
we're going past that. Even
I went to lunch with him a couple weeks ago.
You did?
I'd say that a couple weeks ago. It feels like a couple weeks ago. It was like a couple months ago.
Okay.
I went to lunch with him, and just some of the stories that he's told. I mean, sitting and eating dinner and sitting right behind Lester Hayes and just talking with him for a while and stuff like that. And I mean, he's met some amazing people. I mean, he's had encounters with Hugh Hefner and Howard Stern and all kinds. I mean, he's legit. He's the real deal, man. He's awesome.
And we're going to have the opportunity to go even past just having him on the show. We're talking about doing live signings and us broadcasting from the signing.
Broadcasting from a
incredible stuff coming up, so stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Hi, this is AJ Cole from the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Just win, baby.
This is Trent Sig, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with Murph, Swag Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Just win, baby.
All right, appreciate everybody that's joining us in the chat tonight. Eye Patch is in there. What's up, Eye Patch? Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, of course. Tyrone Graves, Edgar V, Wyoming Raider, Ebony Graves. Ebony, is that Tyrone's?
That's his wife.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah,
welcome, Ebony.
She came in and said earlier. I know you can't scroll back, but she popped up there and said, "Hey, this is Tyrone's wife."
Awesome! I just
Ebony.
saw that the last name was the same. That's awesome. So welcome to Raiders Fan Radio. Raider Flash is in there. Yo Smig is in there. Paul is in there. Smucky the Raider Bear is in there. Appreciate everybody so very, very much for joining us live.
Paul says, you brought up Paul, Murph, and he says, if you get any Lester Hayes swag, I'll wet myself. Oh, nice. Hey, maybe there's some old Pissburgh towels you can use to clean it up.
Yeah, there you go. We'll hit Jimmy Ziebach up for that. Kill Jadis is also in there. Kevin the Raider Nerd. All Eyes on G is in there. The Heat Freak is in there. Wow, so many folks. We appreciate you very, very much. All right, so, every once in a while somebody will say, when are you going to talk about the Raiders?
Jumpman23 in there was like, hey, new to the show, when are we going to talk about the Raiders?
We've been talking about the Raiders all night. Have you not been listening? It's at the top of the show.
Exactly. So we are Raiders adjacent. So we are always going to be themed around the Raiders, if you can't tell. But we are going to be Raiders adjacent because we like to play and we like to celebrate so many cool things about Raider Nation as a whole.
Yes.
And especially the fan base. And we like to play. And we like to have a lot of fun. So that's typically where we live. But you will also get a reaction from us around games and play and all that. And again, we're not analysts. We're not trying to pretend to be some experts on anything. That's what people like Ted Wynn are for, which, look, if you don't follow Ted Wynn on Twitter, then you're doing it wrong. Like, follow Ted. If you're into, like, film study or any of that kind of stuff, he broke down one of Hunter Renfro's routes. Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
Hunter ran, did you see this one, Swagger? He ran 4 different routes and executed 4 routes in like less than a 7-yard span.
Yeah.
And juked the defender out of his shirt. It was amazing. And so that's what Ted does.
Yeah.
We show up and act like idiots. Like, that's our job. So we're going to do that. But guys like Ted, like, that's why we don't pretend. Like, leave it to guys like Sanjit. Leave it to Ted.
Yep.
Those are the film guys. We're the passionate guys that get up here and scream and spit on our microphones.
And the content they create is like legit. Ours is Schmucky Bear. Section 405.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And so, anyways, but we do want to talk about the game. We do want to talk about the game against the Steelers. And look, I mentioned it at the top of the show, here at the top of the show, about how passionate of a rivalry and about passionate like that the Steelers Raiders are as fans, and especially for older fans.
Come on.
And if you're unfamiliar with it, then here's a little tidbit. So this is Gene Upshaw, legendary Raider, pound for pound, probably the greatest Raider of all time.
Absolutely.
This is Jack Lambert, former linebacker with no teeth for the Steelers. And you're going to hear former guest of the show here in Raiders Fan Radio, Phil Villapiano, discussing how important it was to them as players back in the day to play each other.
blue-collar cities together against each other with good, tough football games. And you know when you play the Steelers, you better have your chin strap buttoned.
The most fun I've ever had in my life was playing against the Oakland Raiders. To me, that was what football was all about.
My arms and the back of my neck, I get goosebumps. They boo us so bad. It was fueled by the hatred for each other, fueled by wanting to go to the Super Bowl, and it just exploded.
Love it, man.
God,
that's amazing.
I got chills.
So you look back, and I don't remember them all off the top of my head exactly, but I believe the Raiders and Steelers met each other 5 times in the AFC Championship game back in the day, or at least later in the playoffs if they weren't all AFC Championship games. But anyways, point being, though, is that the Raiders and Steelers have an absolute historic rivalry that we have the advantage of still to this day. I believe it's 17-13 in terms of wins in the regular season. They have the advantage over us in the postseason. The Raiders and Steelers have not met each other in the playoffs since 1984, if I remember that off the top of my head. It's been a long time, and that's frankly because we haven't been good at the same times. When the years that we were good in there with John Gruden, the Raiders didn't have a chance to meet up. And then, of course, when the Steelers did all they've been doing with Ben and all that stuff, the Raiders haven't been good enough to make the playoffs. That may change this year. We might have a chance to see those two teams show up in the postseason. But anyways, point being is that this rivalry runs deep, and the hatred that we have for the Steelers is unmatched. Mosh, you speak on it because you were there. You lived those eras.
I did. I lived those eras, and it was the players had it. They, professional athletes, they have a mutual respect for their biggest rivals, and sometimes that goes over into keep your helmets on when we shake hands because it could end up in a Donnybrook, But for the most part, and oftentimes it takes years to get beyond that. I remember not long ago that Franco Harris, as Phil Villapiano's guest, went to the Black Hole.
They were together this weekend too,
and they were together this weekend. And Phil went with Franco to a Pissburgh game. So there's friendships and things that culminate out of those bitter rivalries, but the bitter rivalries still stay. We have that mutual friend David who's been on our show before, and he's a Pittsburgh fan. We don't hold that against him except for a couple of weeks last Sunday, and we hated him and we hoped he died. But right now I love the man, and he could call me and I'd help him hide a body. But the point is, last week, sorry buddy, you're on your own.
You're on your own. Absolutely, man. Love that rivalry, man, and so good to see the Raiders come away with a win. It feels like in recent history, especially, like we've got their number. Like we've, when you think back to the Terrell Pryor run, like all those different things, like we've got the Steelers' number lately. And to go into Heinz Field and to beat them and wreck shop, like our defense is amazing. And look, and I know I'm not telling you anything new, but just the level of play, the amount of physicality that they're bringing to the defensive side of the football, the way that Max Crosby is hitting Ben Roethlisberger every single play, like it's just like you're watching this defense and you're like, it doesn't even look like the same team as it did last year.
Absolutely
and it's not.
Absolutely not. But Max Crosby has been there this is his 3rd season now, and holy crap! This guy has just flipped the switch, man, and he's unstoppable.
Yeah,
he's putting people on their back. Maybe not getting every sack and all that stuff, but like the QB hits and knocking them down and stuff like that. Right now, Pro Football, the PFF, he has the highest graded defensive end score at a 91.9.
Unbelievable,
league.
Crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
We were talking 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. You were asking us what our predictions for the and I believe there was one of us that said it's going to be the defense. And I think that was me.
I think that was you.
And I think when I talked about my go-to guy, my breakout guy was going to be Abram. The last 2 games, my boys showed up. My boys showed up.
He unfortunately got a little stiff arm which didn't look good on camera. But outside of that,
made some big hits right after that too.
And that was funny. That was the thing, is that that was the talk on social media that after that play, it was like, Like now he's going to bring it, like, because you know what I mean? He's not going out like that. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about, like, you know, it sounds cliche, but it's like you forget about the last play, you move on to the next one. You got to have a short-term memory, and that's clearly what Jonathan Abram and the rest of the guys did. I think what's impressive to me, too, is that the tenacity of the defense, like, they don't get tired. Like,
no, they don't stop.
They don't stop. The same level of play and energy and effort and all that stuff. Like, you don't see guys with hands on their hips. You don't see, like, they're just, you know, because at times in the past, the Raiders have been criticized for their strength and conditioning and all that kind of
taking a play off. You know, and
it ain't happening now. They're bringing it.
Absolutely. Well, Foxy Scorpio says in the chat, and I totally agree. This is what you get when you have a good defensive coordinator. You know, when you got a guy like Gus coming in, I mean, this guy and this guy in the offseason has gotten our boys freaking ready, dude. I mean, absolutely. I mean, Foxy Scorpio said, what a difference Gus has made. Yeah. It's an immediate impact. It's unbelievable.
It's not like they're sending 6 guys to get all this pressure. It's our front 4.
Yeah.
And arguably our best interior player, and Gerald McCoy is not even there now.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is Solomon Thomas, Quint Jefferson. Dude, Quint Jefferson might be the unsung hero of the defense right now because he doesn't get all the pub that like Max Crosby does.
Right.
But man, that dude he's wrecking shop up there.
Absolutely.
It's so friggin' fun to watch,
the most out of all these people. You know, last year, you know, we signed Carl Nassib, and, you know, I mean, he doesn't see the field that much and doesn't get any sacks and stuff like that. But then, you know, Monday night, you know, the game
closes
the game out and stuff. And Solomon Thomas, who, you know, you asked your brother because he's a stupid Niner fan, you know, you asked him, you know, hey, what are we getting out of this guy? And you're like, you know, he's a good rotational guy, I guess. But the dude showed up and shut him down last week too.
Absolutely, man. They look so good up front. It's so impressive. And you know, and look, what a concept, complementary football. You get good pressure up front. Hey, all of a sudden your secondary looks better. All of a sudden Trayvon Mullins coming up with interceptions. All of a sudden, you know, Nate Hobbs is making big plays. Nate Hobbs, another guy. Like that's our rookie of the year so far.
Somebody mentioned him.
Well, it might have been you.
Yeah.
But seriously, like that might have been, like, everyone's looking for Merrick as our rookie of the year, especially on defense. But as of today, I got to say it's Nate Hobbs, man. The kid is amazing. And to the point to where the Raiders cut Nevin Lawson this week because guess what? Nate Hobbs.
Yep.
What do we need Nevin Lawson for? To get burned? Yeah, no. So anyways, it's
you know what
impressive.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I know one of the things I noticed is that we're getting the almost theirs.
Yeah,
that we weren't getting last year. We're getting the almost there. We almost had that interception last year. We had our hand on it. We almost had it. We almost sacked the quarterback. We almost, you know, it's not that we got rid of all of our almost players, but our almost players are making the tackles. They're making those catches.
Yeah.
They're almost where they almost missed that block. No, they're hitting.
Absolutely.
They're getting those blocks, you know?
Absolutely.
All of our almosts are gone.
That's right.
You just ask Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. Arden Key's gone.
Exactly.
Almost is his nickname.
Yeah, he can almost make plays somewhere else. You know, batting balls down at the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's absolutely impressive.
And what about this guy, you know?
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L.
Now you can play crickets now.
It ain't furl.
How bad is it to be a healthy scratch? You know, hey, buddy, guess, you know, I think you guys talked about that last week.
Yeah, and then now he's running with the second teamers, and he's barely seen any playing time. And look, and I'm gonna finally, you know, because I've defended him for a long time, and drew examples to like Robert Gallery, where I said, well, it's not the position we drafted for. It wasn't the intent of, but he's still effective doing this. Like, look, man, Klee ain't cutting it. Like, Klee is, he ain't gonna be around. Like, he ain't gonna see a second contract with the Raiders.
He almost had a season, a full. I was gonna say career, and I said season.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
That's all right.
You did fine, Mosh. It's okay.
Hey, you know, I hope they put him in for a game and he balls out so we can get something for him via trade.
Well, yeah, right.
You know, let's get let's trade him to Kansas City and get all those footballs from Missouri, all those Raider footballs or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
from the elementary school.
Did they ever say what happened with those? I know I saw tons and tons of stuff on the news media though.
Yeah, no,
everybody was offering to pay for.
Oh, were they?
And they were really harassing the KC fans. Maybe Hefe from KC knows what happened to him.
He said it. We were talking about almost players and stuff, and Hefe KC says, well, you almost made the playoffs. And I said, Well, you almost won on Sunday night too, Chief.
Oh, let's go.
Hey, come on, man.
Let's go. Hey, how's it feel to be behind the Raiders in the standings?
Yikes.
That's all I have to
nice.
say. All right, let's jump to the offensive side of the ball. So as Mosh said, the Raiders, there is no almost on that side of the ball either. The Raiders are doing amazing. Look, Tom Cable is your coach of the year. He's taking this tattered offensive line. He's taking guys that were questioned considerably through their careers, and now he's piecing it together based on not only the moves we made in the offseason, but also injuries. And look, man, they're playing fantastic. Now, if you ask PFF, Pro Football Focus, what are they going to tell you? Well, they're going to tell you that through their grades, through the 2 weeks for the Raiders and their new look offensive line, Colton Miller is a 70, John Simpson is a 43, Andre James is a 43, Jermaine Illuminor, represent there in England, Paul. Jermaine Illuminor is a 53, and Alex Leatherwood is a 32. And that, according to Pro Football Focus, Derek Carr is on pace to be sacked 42 times this season after taking 29 sacks last year. You know what I got to say to PFF? F you. 2-0, man. Scoreboard, you suckers.
Yeah, and he's also on pace to throw for almost 7,000 yards, so suck it, okay?
He's the number one freaking passer in the league right now.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. This is why these dopey-ass effing things that people spew out in the offseason, like, save it, man. Like it's tired. Like, it's such an idiotic thing. It's such low-hanging fruit. It's the path of least resistance. Think better. Like, what freaking counts? Scores don't matter. Rankings don't matter. If I see another stupid-ass power ranking that everyone complains about, who cares what ESPN thinks we are?
Right.
Let them put us at 32 every effing week. I'm going to pound the table on that one. Put us at the bottom. We don't want your damn respect, ESPN, or anybody else.
But we're getting it, though. Pete Prisco has Raiders at number 8 on the power ranking this week, and Stephen A. Smith says the top 5 teams in the league right now, Raiders are at 5. So we're getting the attention, but I don't know if I like it.
I don't like it because all he is a flip-flopper.
Yeah.
People like Stephen A. Smith, all he wants is attention. All he's going to do is ride a bandwagon. He's going to ride what he thinks is popular. Everyone's looking at Miami and that they got their starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa's out. So like, we're going to go in there, we're going to smoke the Dolphins. Us Raider fans, we're like, nah. We've seen this play before.
Right, absolutely.
Like, a million times.
Yeah, we're not going to go into this game thinking we're going to do anything.
Yep.
Like, we're just going to pump our brakes and enjoy it.
Tua didn't play part of the last season's game, and look what happened.
Yeah, exactly. We twisted Ryan Fitzpatrick's head off.
Magic. You know?
Absolutely. So, no, any of that stuff. So, anyways. Get excited about what you see. Use your eyes. Critically think through it, Raider Nation. Don't let these media scores and all this other bullshit define what your feelings and thoughts are about the Raiders. All right. Uncle Mosh.
Sir?
Let's talk about our favorite coach.
John Gruden.
John Gruden, man.
He's our favorite coach.
He's our favorite coach. And Gruden is always good for a soundbite. Thanks so much to our social media director, Swag Jeff, for pulling a bunch of audio for us this week. And we've got an excellent one from
Hurry
Gruden's press
up.
conference. Okay, well,
We're running out of time. My life is running out of lifespan.
Well, it says a lot about the development of our team. You know, we had Brandon Parker playing right tackle. Leatherwood had an oblique strain. Obviously, Denzel and Richie aren't playing. It's a credit to Cable and Illuminor, and we had guys on call ready to go. I can't tell you, Peyton Barber came in here, did a nice job. So just really proud of our coaches and our players. The effort is outstanding. If you're a Raider fan, you'd really like these guys. Well, I think George and if Jack were still with us, they'd have been proud of some of the hits, legal hits. You know, they're flying around. They had good vision on the quarterback. They got some really good breaks and made some tremendous plays. And had to have those plays. So thought the rush was pretty good. They threw it quick. We stopped the run for the most part and got off the field on third down in some key moments. We're missing enough players. I don't give a damn who's out there for them. You know, we were changing our scheme as well. I hope he's okay. Obviously, without Watt, you know, without Josh Jacobs, without some of your big guns, you have to adjust. And I think both teams had to do that today.
if I see another dopey comment about how Pissburgh had to deal with injuries in this game.
Oh my gosh, because nobody else in the league has injuries.
And yeah, like our Pro Bowl freaking running back isn't playing. Our freaking starting right tackle is out. Our starting left guard, like,
Yep.
Again, give me a break with that stuff, man, and let's consider what's actually really going on. So thankful to Coach Gruden there. Yeah, man, I love how he compared that, Mosh, when he references George Atkinson, he references Jack Tatum.
Right,
and what did we say when we saw that they drafted Trayvon Merrick and matched him up with Jonathan Abram? What was the first pairing that came to our mind?
I know, right? Exactly. And we've been saying that all along. For everybody in Raider Nation, everybody that listens to this show, everybody's been saying we got to bolster our defense. We got to bolster our defense. And the first thing we did was we got a defensive coach that we can all buy into.
Yes.
And then we got the players, and then we saw how the coach can coach up the players. You know, it goes back to what Al said. First you get good players, then you get good coaches, and then you just win, baby.
That's it. Beautiful, Mosh. Beautiful. Absolutely. All right, let's move on to let's go back to the defensive side of the ball, and let's hear. These are fantastic comments. Again, props to Swag Jeff for finding these. This is Trayvon Mullen kind of describing the little bit different of a mentality and the different energy and dynamic that's going on around the locker room, especially on the defensive side of the football.
I just feel like we got a group of guys that's playing with each other, love the game of football, want to win, have a sense of urgency. We got a lot of guys that are in the building, 5 o'clock, and we don't start practice at 7:30. It's just a different mindset around the whole building. With the defensive guys, you could just feel the different energy.
Was that kind of encapsulated in your interception? If you take us through that play, it looked like Max and Andy kind of both got pressure.
Just us working together. The rush helped the pass coverage helped the rush, like Coach always preach. Those guys did a good job getting to the quarterback, playing hard, playing fast, putting pressure on Ben, and just opportunities. Can't miss opportunities.
I love that, man. I love it. Look, Mosh, you're often right. You're often right. And you talked a lot about, of course, when Gruden first came in, we were all highly aware of the culture change that he brought. And
sure.
He was changing everything about not only just the locker room, but everything around the team, just starting to shift the mindset.
Yep.
But you have so many times talked about how we needed to be patient because he's building for something so much bigger than just a one-hit wonder, than just that one winning season. And that, I think, those comments from Trayvon Mullen are evident of that.
I agree.
Well, yeah, because you said it.
But it's for somebody that's been doing this his whole life, I've been there, done that, seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, it's good to be right.
That's why you're one of the best in the biz. Absolutely. We love it.
No, seriously.
Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Yeah, no, sorry.
All right, next up, let's go back to the offensive side. And look, the most electrifying play of the game was Henry Ruggs going all Warren Wells and Derek Carr going all freaking Darryl LaMonica and bombing. I think the ball went in the air 50 yards. He threw it when I believe it. Again, I'm not a film guy, but I believe Ruggs was on the 40 when Derek threw it, and he caught it on the 15. It was an amazing.
It was Ray Guy hang time right there.
Really, he just roared back and ripped that freaking thing. And Ruggs, I found this too. Ruggs ran 21.42 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes, with his head up like this to catch the ball. So you're not talking about head down running on a freaking track.
Sure.
Wow.
Head, of course, it was this shoulder, but turn it up. 21.42 miles an hour to go run underneath that thing. And I love
unreal.
And I think we're going to hear from Derek, but he talks about that idea that he's like, I just know I can throw it past the coverage, and he'll just go out there and get it.
He posted on social media this week, Monday or Tuesday or something like that, and it showed a picture of Derek throwing the ball, and it says, Derek, Ruggs down there somewhere. I mean, it's true.
It's awesome. It's so true, man.
That's great.
So let's hear from Henry. There it is.
I mean, majority of the time, if you're the deep route, it's dialed up. And, we look for a certain coverage and we got it. So it's just for us to go make a play.
Henry, it looked like you also had to have some extra concentration because the ball kind of moved around a little bit on you, too.
Yeah, I did. it was a moon ball. I mean, he threw it up. I just had to, run and go get it and do whatever I had to make the play.
Given the circumstances of that play, 3rd and 10, you need a touchdown basically to put this thing away. How good did it feel to make that play?
I mean, it feels good just to be a guy that can turn the game around at any time and just make a play like that to basically seal the game. It's just, that's the feeling I like.
You guys are dealing with a lot of injuries on offense, obviously. What's allowed y'all to kind of keep playing at a high rate despite all that?
I mean, just our preparation. I mean, we prepare together. Everybody takes reps. Everybody is held to a standard. So, I mean, no matter what, injury is a part of the game. So everybody has to be ready at all times.
All right, there we go. There's Henry Ruggs.
Wasn't Ruggs? God, who was that said that was they're going to be their offensive outstanding? Who was that? About 3 weeks ago.
That was you.
Yeah.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah,
I just checking.
Uncle Mosh is 444. And Mojo. And Mojo and Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, props to them because they're the one that called the Ruggs pick.
Oh,
before
my
he
God.
did.
Yes.
They really did.
Call that thing a mile
Absolutely.
away. And he is great. He is the second incarnation of Cliff Branch.
Seriously.
We're so thankful to have him. Appreciate the dude. He says, yeah, Raiders with the donation in there.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
we appreciate you, the dude. We appreciate that very, very much. And for every $10 donation that we have tonight, then you gain a poker chip and you're eligible to win that signed, inscribed Jim Otto Hall of Fame 1980 mini helmets. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you and everybody else that's donated. So I mentioned Carr. I didn't have. Oh, you got some, Jeff?
Well, I was just going to say iPatch. We were talking about the game
please.
and talking about
Yeah.
defense and stuff like that. So iPatch says the best hit of the game was our boy Donald Levitt.
Yes, our hometown
Oh
guy.
my gosh! They
Dude
took
laid
himself
us-
out.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he got injured like crazy, but yeah, I mean that was a Raider hit for you
That
right there.
was,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, he brought the thunder on
You
that
know
one,
the
man.
best part about Levitt is he only lives like 30 miles from us.
Yeah.
But we refuse to get him on the show because we don't want to jinx him. It ain't gonna
Well,
happen.
some games we do want him on the show because some days he just doesn't show up. we would like to get him cut, get him on the hit list.
We want to keep him on.
It was nice to see the boy make a play, man.
Absolutely.
That was very, very cool.
Kevin the Raider Nerd, a $20 donation.
Let's
Come on,
go.
Kevin.
What's he say? Let's be humble, Raider Nation. It's only 2 games, but man, it feels good to be a Raider. That's what I'm screaming. Like, as excited as we are, fired up as we are, excited about our game against the Dolphins upcoming, I'm with you, Kevin, because we've been down this road before. We've seen this play out, so I'm not screaming Super Bowl or anything like I got a little caught up in my emotions last year after the Saints game, and I started screaming a whole bunch of stuff. Ain't gonna happen. Like we're gonna keep it cool. We're gonna be like the players. We're gonna be like the coaches. We're just gonna stay in our lane and enjoy it for what it is. And today it's 2-0, and Raiders are undefeated and tied for first place. Go suck it, FNKC.
Well, nice. He's getting grilled in the chat.
Got to be getting grilled.
He's getting
Absolutely.
roasted.
Hey, props for Hefe coming in. He don't miss a week.
That's
a couple
true.
people tell him, get out of our chat. Get
Not
out
a
of
chance.
man.
We love the guy.
We love the
him.
guy, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
Come
he's
on.
good.
We love it.
He's always cool, man. As long as you don't get anything out of line or whatever, then you're fine.
Make sure you tune in. What is it? When do we play the Chiefs?
Oh, it's like week 5, 6. I don't remember.
5 or
It's
6.
soon,
Yeah, make sure you tune in because Murph's going to rap the following week.
I always rap when we beat the Chiefs, and I'm not a rapper. It is clearly for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, FNKC, and and tell your Chiefs friends. They are more. Just bring everybody in here. Even that one Charger fan that's out there. You're welcome to join us in the chat. All right,
Now Philip's busy.
all right, so. I mentioned the car. I don't have it on rundown, fellas, but I do want to play the Carr presser because these are some great comments. I alluded to them a minute ago. Let's check in with the QB, Derek Carr.
How did it feel to get back with fans in the stands in a hostile environment?
Yeah, it was nice to get said a few choice words. I was called a moron today. I was an idiot. It's called a few things that I probably won't repeat either. But it always feels good to hear those things again. Honestly, it's funny because then at the end of the game, you look at them, and they're just football fans. You look at them and you smile, and they smile and give you a thumbs up. And, it's just part of the game. It's fun. And that's everywhere except Kansas City. They're just never nice. But it was nice to be back. I hadn't been back here. It was at 2015 last time we were here. That's right. And I remember that was like my first time coming to Heinz Field, and I was like, holy crap, oh my gosh. Now playing a whole bunch of games since then and being in my 8th year coming here, I was like, man, this is just awesome. It was just a total different feel for me.
I asked Foster about Henry. He said, how much fun is he? So I'll ask you, how much fun is it to have
Henry on your offense? It's really fun. You know, there's some. I mean, y'all saw some of them in like training camp. Some of those throws, like I shouldn't even throw them, but I just throw them past the coverage, and he goes and gets them. You know, like even that one is still an iffy decision. You know, but I can throw it past the coverage. In some instances, and there's a fine line there, you know, but I can throw it past coverage, and he goes, like, it's unbelievable. The one I threw him, he just looks at it, and you just see this gear that not a lot of human beings have, and makes it fun for me, but it was definitely a moment where we had a progression, like I said, but as soon as they gave it to us, that killer, you know, so you can go get it, you know, and he goes and he does it in practice. That's the beautiful thing. You know, a lot of the speed guys and stuff, they hurt or they can't practice, and then you're like, I can't trust to throw it in the game. He has shown over and over again in practice. So I think his mentality, y'all know, he's bigger, he's strong. His mentality coming into the season gave me the confidence in letting those things go to him. So it was good.
There's been a lot of talk about that, like the philosophy of the coach and how everyone's kind of buying in with the camaraderie. What's changed, do you think, with the group that's really helped them develop as a team with that mindset?
Talking about the whole team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we have a bunch of guys that, one, love football. We love football. There's not one guy in our team where we come in the building like, I don't want to talk to this guy. And I've been on teams where there are, if I'm honest, you know, many teams where I was like, gosh, makes work not fun, you know. And every guy in that locker room makes work so fun. They bring joy every day. And so they love football. They're great guys to be around. And you know they're good football players because Mr. Mayock and Coach Gruden.
I'm just going to pause this. This is exactly what we heard from Mullen on the defensive side. Now we're hearing from Derek on the offensive side. Exactly what you were talking about, Mosh. That culture change
are unbelievable at bringing guys in. You know, and if they see a guy that, you know, no matter where he was drafted or whatever, and they're like, well, I think that this guy could be. They bring him in. You know, it's a hard business, but you see a group of guys that they've put together that have just done this. A lot like 2016. You know, our team just, and I'm not comparing our records or anything like that, but I'm saying the chemistry of the team was close. And that's how you know you have a good football team. And,
yes.
and I feel like that's been built. You know, I felt that way last year. I was like, man, you just love these guys. Even this year, we brought in more guys. You just wrap your arms around them. I just want to win with this group. You know, that's the feeling. You know, it's not pulling your teeth to go to work. Like I look forward to tomorrow going in the training room and seeing those guys and working out and grinding and trying to get better for the next week. You know, and that's an exciting feeling for me.
You know, I understand the concept and the idea of it ain't show friends, it's show business. I get that. I get that. And I get, you know, Jeff and I work together, and there are people that we work with that we don't care for, and we wouldn't be friends outside of
several of them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's
most of them,
especially that one guy.
Yeah,
but you know, like it happens. Like it just happens when you work with a community of people. You're not always going to see eye to eye, and so and Derek references it there that you know, they just don't see eye to eye, and so you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like it's you can still be functional in that environment, but there is something to be said for when there is harmony and when there is you know a mutual. Like, I don't want to call it adoration, but when you get along, like, that's not a bad thing. Like, that can only lead to good things. When you think back to the Raiders of the 70s and all those teams that we have so much reverence for, that we talk about all the time, like, they all hung out. They were all best friends. Right, Mike?
So the part that when you get along, you might have a lot in common. Okay, or you have a common denominator. And if that common denominator is your quest and your goal and your drive, your passion for whatever it is that's your job, then number one, you're going to like what you do. Number two, you're going to do it better. So if they're all on the same path and they're all on the same wavelength on what they're doing, man, it doesn't get much better than that.
Better than that. Absolutely not, man. So great stuff there from the leader, from Derek Carr.
Yeah, you know what I liked about it was you know, he talks about, you know, because we talk about, you know, the mystique of the Raiders in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that, and we talked about that feel and all that stuff. But like more recently, you know, the 2016 season, he's talking about that, and he says, you know, hey, that's what we all reminisce about, as far as, lately and stuff like that.
Right.
We missed 2016, man. That season
If
was
it
the
wasn't
best.
for him getting
If it
hurt.
wasn't for him getting hurt, man, what could we have done and all that stuff? And he says in that presser, this feels like that team a little bit, not comparing and all that stuff, but it's got that same feel. We're close, we're tight, we're winning games, we're working together, all that stuff. I mean, how can you not love that?
Well, I don't think he said it. He said, I'm not going to compare the two teams. He's not necessarily saying that the two teams feel alike, but the feeling, the emotion, the drive, the passion that they had in 16 is a lot like the drive, the passion, the motivation that they have in 21.
Right.
That feeling is the same. The teams are two different teams, but that feeling is the same.
Yes, absolutely, man. Yes.
It's like when they ask people that win the championships, well, was that better than the first one? Well, no, they're different, but it's still good.
Yes.
It's like every year Christmas is great. But you can't pick out that all-time greatest Christmas present. But every year, Christmas is great. At least it is at my house, or you're never invited over again. You better bring me good stuff, and you always do.
Oh, heck yeah, man! Yeah. I know I know how to pay tribute. All right, so Jeff, shout out what's going on in the chat there real quick, and then I got two more to get to on this game.
Absolutely. Paul from Shropshire's in there, Tyrone Graves, Alfred Aspera, Kill Jadis, a $9.99 donation, that says, One Chip Gang, where you at? Seriously, last night's game had snow on the football field. Normally in my region of Alaska, winter starts in mid-October, and the snow is on the ground by Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So, and then we had a couple of $2 donations from the dude in there. They're calling you R.D. McMurphy Berman. Is what he says. He says, "Yeah, Raiders." And Tyrone Graves' wife Ebony with a $10 donation. She gets a poker chip as well. And I think earlier in the chat, Aaron the Q Dog Raider says that if his poker chip is taken, that we're sending one of his 2 poker chips to Ebony as well.
Oh, that's awesome! Awesome.
So she's got 3 poker chips.
Awesome,
Nice.
good deal. All right, good deal.
You had one in there that there's a name I hadn't seen before, and I love it. We always like the a lot of people have names in here that are Raider affiliated.
Sure.
Raider this and Raider that. And one of the things that we always liked, Eye Patch's name. Eye Patch.
Uh-huh.
But this one's name is Rick Rada.
Rick Rada.
Oh, nice.
RIKRAIDA. Rick
Nice,
Rada.
nice.
Rick Rada.
Speaking of Berman. All right, let's get 2 more here. So let's go to our buddies at Good Morning Football.
Yes.
Our good friends. They don't know we're good friends.
Yeah, we're like best friends,
But
basically.
we feature them all the time. And in my house, NFL Network is on pretty much 24/7, unless there's a Monday Night Football game on or it's Sunday and I'm flipping around the channels. But very rarely does my TV depart from Good Morning Football and the NFL Network. Anyway, so love this show, and so we're gonna check in. So. They're rotating through some folks since Nate Burleson moved on, and so this week it was Chris Carter was the 4th man at the breakfast table, and Chris was fantastic. And so we're going to hear from Peter Schrager and Chris Carter on the Raiders and on kind of what's going on with them being 2-0 and beating Pittsburgh.
As far as contenders in the AFC are the
And that's Kay Adams.
undefeated 2-0 Las Vegas Raiders.
From the single guy.
The single guy,
Say no. They put up huge numbers on offense, and they've just beaten 2 really good opponents. And this one, after traveling across the country on a Monday night. But it's all about Derek Carr for me. I love what I'm hearing from this guy. He's wearing his heart on a sleeve. All right, let's watch the Foster Moreau touchdown pass, which was a great play. And then the injury, but here it is. So we don't get the shot of how hard he gets hit here. We don't know what happens. Moreau gets a touchdown. Then we see Carr, he's injured, and then now we get this look, and we're like, all right, what happened? That could be bad. That could be bad. And yet he got up and played it. Can we hear what Derek Carr had to say about this very moment? Check out Derek Carr's vulnerability and self-awareness here.
First thing I asked is, did he catch it? And then no one answered me. I was like, did he freaking catch it? They're like, yeah, he caught it. I was like, all right, well then get me up. Carrier came over, and a lot of my teammates. It was an amazing moment. I try to be someone who gives so much, And in that moment, they all came over and they all started praying for me, and it was just this beautiful moment of my teammates looking over me, and that right there is family to me. I love the touchdown, don't get me wrong, but that moment right there, I was like, man, I just want to win this game for this team, man. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing that happened.
On a Monday morning after the win, I'm going to just say Derek Carr did it again, put up huge yards, and if we're taking everyone, there might be something in that locker room. There might be something that those guys love their quarterback, and he loves them back. And we've been through a lot of this with Derek Carr, and he knows it. And yet right now, this is 2 big wins. I'm going to enjoy this moment and not immediately roll my eyes and say, the Raiders are going to... They have done the job. Let's give them credit.
You don't want to decide right now whether or not they're real. You're just enjoying it as it comes.
An unbelievable victory
like
yesterday.
yeah.
That might have been the win of the day yesterday. And that guy right there is beloved by his teammates.
And Peter, that's important. It's important. Guys think, I'm going to do my job anyway. But do I like him? Because a lot of guys in the NFL locker room, you don't like. You don't tell anybody about it, but you don't like him. And it becomes important that the guy that's touching the ball every snap offensively, that
great,
you do
man.
love him. For me, the Raiders,
dead on.
there's always a style to the old nostalgic Raiders for me. And there's nothing prettier in pro football than the deep pass. And the Raiders, they can only be a piece of the Raiders until they bring that back. And when they selected Henry Ruggs II, that's what I thought, and that's what they were able to utilize. Not when you think they would. Most young teams in this situation, I'm going to throw a conservative pass, I'm going to check it down, I'm going to punt, I know I got the lead, be conservative. No, John Gruden, he loves his quarterback. Why? Because the play he called. 3rd and 10, he gets the first-round draft pick. Now, I'm going to tell you, those picks that they got with the Raiders, I ain't in love with them. The last couple of years, I ain't in love with the talent that they picked. But utilizing this talent, getting Ruggs involved in the deep passing game, that's the only way they win the AFC West, if that guy plays like a first-round pick.
The Ruggs touchdown looked a lot like the one they had against KC last year. Same thing that they did, same part of the field, same everything.
Yes. Absolutely. So there we go. So the great stuff, man. I love Chris Carter on the show. So
that's a good one.
Yeah, I mentioned they've been rotating people through, and he's been the best one so far. They've had D'Angelo Hall, Mike Robinson, who I like as well, but I think Chris Carter's been the best one so far.
Yeah.
And love those takes. And so in the chat, I saw a mention there because I mentioned Kay Adams, and somebody said, "Yeah, Murph, but she's a Bears fan." Yeah, well, she may be, but she looks best in Raiders gear.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
yes, she
I'm
does.
just saying. And
Ever seen a woman that didn't?
Amen.
Hey,
amen, Mosh.
There you go.
Amen.
And Tyrone Graves says, "Hey, Chris Carter did do a great job."
Oh my goodness!
But
what?
buddy?
I'm on delay, so the picture of her just popped up.
Oh, the picture. He got to see it twice. Yeah.
I got to see it on the big screen and my screen in front of
Oh,
my
nice.
closer.
Well, we'll send
she's
that to you after the
gorgeous.
show. You put it as the background of your phone or something.
Have it blown up into a poster. I'll put it in my car.
Headliner?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Tyrone Graves says Chris Carter did a great job, but it's Henry Ruggs the third, not the second.
That's right. Yeah, I did catch
we
that
heard
too.
that.
Yeah. Or but also like you go to like Dan Patrick, he always says that people are like he'll say like Henry Ruggs the third Jr.
Oh yeah, he
He'll
does
say
that with
stuff
RG.
like that.
Yeah, he says Robert Griffin Jr. the third.
Yeah. RG3 the third. No, wait.
RG Jr. the third or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like anyways, yeah. Sorry, I butchered it. You had it right. Okay.
I know.
Jeez.
Well,
is there venom there?
No, man. I just know when I'm right, bro.
Hang on a second.
You want to take a moment and celebrate?
Stacy Ruff says every kiss begins with K. Adams.
Oh, nice. You want to type it in the chat how correct you were too, so that way it's documented in multiple places, Jeff?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Mosh, do you want to confirm Jeff's rightness? That way he hears it from multiple voices. Chat room, can you all tell Jeff how right he was, please? You feel better?
I was right in the chat. In all caps.
You millennials are snarky.
Gosh. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
Do you feel better now that you're validated?
My gosh, yeah. Paul killed Jadis. All that. Yeah, Jeff Wilson says Jeffs are always right.
Well, of course you would say that. They're all Jeffs in there.
Well, yeah, me and Jeff Wilson, we go to the Jeff meetings every Saturday.
There's 100 Jeffs and 60 Michelles in there.
Even Matthew Menga says, Swag, you're right. And I don't ever get a right from Matthew Menga.
And he hates you.
That was the same.
Yeah, he's got a lot of hate for me. He's got a lot of hate for me.
All right,
oh my gosh.
All right, so let's get this last Good Morning Football clip here. So this is Kyle Brandt, who's the fourth guy at the breakfast table, and so Kyle is. I think he's fair. Like, he supported the Raiders for a long, long time.
Right.
And then
Off and on.
But then he started to fall off as the Raiders were inconsistent, especially towards the back end of the season. And so I think while the reviews about the Raiders from Schrager and Carter were glowing, Kyle Brandt is still got a little bit of reservation around it. I think it's fair.
I have the little angel on my shoulder and the little devil on my shoulder. Like, they're both talking.
What are they saying?
Let's start with the angel. You don't want to know one of the biggest trophies the Raiders got in this game? Chris, you'll love this. They got a little sensitive Roethlisberger after the game. Ben was not in a mood afterwards. He got hit 10 times. He got sacked a couple times. He was asked, why did you guys run so many 3 and 4 wide receiver sets? He said, ask the coordinator. He said, he's got to play better. Listen, Ben, we know, is an emotional guy. He did not have a great day. He got hit a lot. He was kind of pissed off and ornery. And that's because the Raiders brought it to him. We can run the Ruggs play all day, and we will. They hit him. And they hit him a lot. And this is the biggest reason I think that Las Vegas won. Oh, it's a great hit. Here's the devil. I'm sitting here on a Monday morning. I'm listening to Jersey Schrager talk about the vulnerability and self-awareness of Derek Carr. Yep. All right, that's great. It's beautiful. We've seen a lot of Derek Carr over the years. He seems like a great guy. This was a great win. Take nothing away. We know they have one-punch power. They beat the Chiefs. Do you remember what happened after that? Would it not be a very John Gruden 10-year Raiders deal for them next week to go to Miami, who just lost 35-0 and lose? And we're going, where's the vulnerability now? What I mean is this. I'm excited too. Great win. 2 great wins. The John Gruden Raiders have not earned the right for us to believe in them. They have no equity. They have nothing that says, we got this, we're doing it. We know they've had big wins before. I cannot say, maybe they can win the West. I'm so impressed by their self-awareness, because I'm not sure they do. The last time they had to win like this, they did a victory lap around Arrowhead in a bus and haven't heard from in months.
Now that's fair. Now, you know what I mean?
Sounds like he's one of us.
I know, right? But I mean, and I think that's incredibly.
Are you sure that wasn't Big Raider Trucker?
But look, that Atlanta game, like, I don't think anybody's going to forget that anytime soon. Look,
especially Michelle Sweat.
Oh my gosh, took Devin to see his first Raider game, and they got freaking throttled, man, in Atlanta. Yeah. And so anyway, so that's why I think that we're all a little reserved around this. So I think those are fair comments from Kyle, and so great stuff there from the Good Morning Football crew. All right, I got one more just bit of information here before we head into the next segment, and that is to talk about the Miami game. So I mentioned last week on the Monday night game about how the Raiders-Ravens, about what a massive rating success that was for ESPN. Well, guess what? The Raiders are drawing big this year. Now, we know that we always draw and we're always at the top of the league, but it's really showing up this year. I'd be curious to what your all's thoughts are on why you think that may be, but to give you some context of what I'm talking about, viewership for CBS's regional 10 a.m. game, so Pacific time, 10 a.m. game window saw an average of 14.19 million viewers. That is up 44% from week 2 last season per CBS. The Raiders-Steelers game was the high coverage game of the early games. The Raiders now 2 weeks in a row are pulling the biggest numbers in the NFL. Mosh, do you attribute that to anything, like in terms of like what the Raiders are doing on the field? Like what are the like, is that just because?
No, it's 100% what they're doing on the field. It's called winning. And here's the thing. Those views aren't from Raider fans. The Raider fans we're going to watch anyways. It's from people that don't like the Raiders.
Good point.
I'm going to tell you right now, when I'm old enough to remember John McEnroe as the tennis player.
Yeah.
Nobody watched tennis till this personality came out, this guy named John McEnroe who used to cuss and scream and yell at the umpires and all of a sudden brought tennis into the limelight. There was somebody to hate. And nothing, and I'm not kidding. And you hated him, and you're like, oh, I want to see this guy lose, So
everybody became a Connors fan.
So everybody became a Jimmy Connors fan, So all of a sudden there's this, wow, this is kind of exciting, The same way it was in that when you and I started watching NASCAR a few years ago. There was people that nobody wanted to see Gordon win. We wanted to see him end up into the wall. And people, NASCAR was huge. People hated the Intimidator. They hated all that black number 3. So they've got something to hate.
and they want to watch the Raiders go down. Well, okay, good.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Yeah, and it's good. It's people like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is many people that love Tiger Woods. People hate Tiger Woods, and the haters gotta. Excuse me. The haters gotta hate, but he's good for golf.
Absolutely.
The Raiders are good for football.
Absolutely.
I need a drink.
Awesome.
Truth. I mean, he said it all. I mean, absolutely. When the Raiders are good, it's good for everybody.
And we hear that a lot thrown around.
Absolutely.
And is that what this is? This is what they mean when you hear Kay or whoever else on whatever, Rich Eisen, whatever, when they say the league is better when the Raiders are good.
Yes.
This is what they're talking about, that more people are interested in the NFL.
True.
Because we're setting ratings records.
And you know what? And we're not going to get. Raiders don't get the casual fan, because to wear a Raider jersey, you got to be committed. You know you're going to get abused. You know people are going to say stuff to you. But so unless you're ready to come back with it, Raiders walking down the frozen food aisle, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We don't get the casual fan. We get the people that want to hate us, and I love that.
I love it. Yep. Polarizing. We're polarizing. You're either all in or you're not. You know what I mean? It's either one or the other. You're either on the boat or you're off the boat when it comes to the Raiders. All right.
And yes, I want to say something.
Okay.
Q-Dog asks, is recently retired Uncle Mosh wearing suspenders? Yes, Q-Dog,
because that's how you get into the Hardee's at 5 a.m. to have black coffee and biscuits.
Oh my
you got to wear the wardrobe right there.
Because when your stomach, I have a little disease. It's called Dunlap.
Yeah.
My stomach Dunlap over my belt. Okay? And when your stomach pushes your pants down all the time, you got to have something to pull them up. Okay. I've been a closet suspender guy for a long time. I've usually had them on under the shirt. But now that I'm getting older, I can't get that shirt off in time because I got that 30-second warning, and then I got to doo-doo, And if I don't, I may wear the suspenders, but I'm not doing the depends, So I got to be able to quick. It's a quick release.
Well, and without the suspenders, we've seen you in casinos and all kinds of places. All you got to do is give a little shake, and your pants are at your ankles.
They go, and it's been that way because when your tummy pushes down your britches, you got to have something,
Oh, my gosh.
So, anyway, there you go, Q. Yeah, I'm wearing them, and I'm proud of them.
Tyrone Graves says there's no belt in your waist size.
Tyrone Graves, you jackwagon. I got suspenders. I wear them both, all right, bitch? I got them on. So just shut up. Don't think Jeff's the only one in this room who can't get his ass whipped.
He's got a buckle on the backside, too. It's 2 belts.
I would kick you.
No, stop. Hit him with a guitar. Oh my gosh.
Woo. One buckle. There's one buckle. Okay, yes, I had to order it, but shut up.
Jeff said there's a buckle in the back.
That was pretty good, Jeff.
Hey, I patched with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Is that all I got to do is beat the hell out of you and I get a $20 donation?
Yes, you do.
He says, let's go 3-0. F everybody not with us. Oh, my gosh. Amash, please take us to a break. I got to dry my eyes and composure here before we get on the Miami.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
This is Raiders Fan Radio. I'm Brent Musburger, and I don't care who wins as long as it's the Raiders.
Kill Jada says it's a slobber knocker out there.
Yeah, it is.
Q-Dog says violence spikes the donations.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry, I cursed a little bit. I apologize for that. That's not
okay.
like me.
That's
It's not
all
okay.
right.
I don't do that, but I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'll tell you what. Let's not talk about the Miami game yet. Let's just play the intro to the upcoming. What am I trying to say? Now I'm all over the damn place. The Raiders are releasing some really cool, I think it might even be the NFL, releasing some really cool audio talking about the upcoming matchup. We're going to start running short on time, so I probably won't let this whole clip play out, but I'll just play the first couple minutes of this. It's really cool the way they kind of break down what's riding on this game upcoming.
The Miami Dolphins are hitting the road with Mikey and Trent to take on the Raiders, whose QB might be all's grown up.
Shotgun. Carr lofts it. Touchdown!
Derek Carr heads into this game coming off one of his best ever, close to 400 yards, 2 TDs, rating over 125, no INTs, on the road against the Steelers no less. He's money, and I think he's starting to know it.
Handle the rush. Carr hits the open man.
And he kicked his Darren Waller habit. I mean, you don't ever want to kick it completely, and Carr still found Waller in some big moments.
Carr in the air. He's got Darren Waller.
But Carr diversified his passing portfolio, too.
Airing it out. Carr. It is caught. Henry Ruggs is gone. Carr fires downfield. Hauled in. Hunter Renfrow. To throw it. Swing pass. Caught by Drake. Gets the angle. And he's got a first down.
It'll be interesting to see who Xavier Howard takes on most of the time. Howard getting his pick last week while covering Stephon Diggs.
Trying to fit it in, and that ball is intercepted.
Miami's defense will at least challenge Carr. They may not have beat Josh Allen last week, but they did beat him up on the stat sheet. Under 180 yards, rating under 80, that pick, all while holding him under 5.5 yards per attempt.
Here's Allen on 3rd and 10. They do pass, and it's deflected in the air, almost disastrous.
Their run defense, though, was a little sketchy. Gave up a big run to Devin Singletary early and 4.8 yards per carry overall.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. So,
Please.
So here's what my big takeaway is on hearing some of that. Look, it's kind of like what we looked for in the first two games, and we're going to continue to look for in the third game. What I thought was unique there is that, look, Miami gave up a lot of points. We know they're weak against the run. We don't know if Josh Jacobs is back yet or not, but I think that at the end of the game when we needed to close it out on offense, the Raiders, our offensive line did a great job. Peyton Barber did a great job. And I think that even if it's not Josh Jacobs, I think we can be effective in the run game. And I think this might be one of those kind of games where, maybe we don't see Derek lighted up to Darren Waller throughout the game. Maybe we do. I don't know what the game plan is. I don't know enough about the Miami defense. But I'm just saying this might be one of those times where we can show that we're a little bit of a chameleon. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that whole idea that you're a Coach Mosh and you're a master game planner. Like this is where Gruden can kind of show off the diversity that we're capable of on offense. Yes?
Yes, totally. And I think it's been said a couple times is that this is going to be the game that shows. Yeah, the first game, we kind of gave them a pass on it. We didn't have an off season or didn't have a preseason, and then the second game it was like it was Pittsburgh and they were all hyped and everything. But this is going to be the game that's going to really show. Just like we talked about, the lap around KC, the letdown, and we're gonna have to come in there and get after it. Is there something wrong with the?
Yeah, I just realized that your lower third there on the show the whole time has said Vinny. Now it says Uncle Mosh.
Oh, well, you know what? But you know what? That's okay because I love that kid, and
yeah, you do.
It's my boy, and that's okay.
Oh. Okay, but yeah, great point, Mosh. I love it. It was funny. Like 2 weeks ago when we beat the Ravens, it was like, okay, now Raiders, now do it again. Like, don't go get smoked in Pittsburgh. Right. Like, do it again, and they did. Now, Jeff, how important and how significant is 3-0? Are we then at that point like, okay, we start to buy in real heavily? Like, what are your feelings on that if we go 3-0?
Well, and I'm gonna say what Kyle Brandt said. We've started out hot before. And we have these big, epic, huge wins where we're all celebrating and going, oh my gosh, we're the best team in all the world, and then we go and lay an egg. So this game against the Dolphins with Tua out, which we would have, I think, taken care of business with or without Tua. But you got the backup quarterback in Jacoby Brissett, who we destroyed a couple years ago with a defense that was not nearly as good as what this defense is right now.
He was in Indy, right?
He was in Indy, and that was, I think that was like I think that was Eric Harris's first pick 6 of the year. Right there, like deep in their own territory and stuff like that. But yeah, the guy is. He's not good. He's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. And so now, after these 2 big wins, we're riding high. Everyone is high on us right now. How are we going to come out and play? Let's not look at this as a trap game. Let's not look at this as, oh, hey, we got this in the bag, man. We should come out and take care of business. We need to prepare just like what we prepared for the Steelers and for the Ravens. Hey, man, let's go and get the job done.
Absolutely.
Hey, but Swaggy, don't you think that the mindset of this year's defense, and we know that Carr has the weapons, okay?
Yes.
But that's what's going to be a key in Miami is don't you think that the mindset is a lot different though than those teams that laid an egg last year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think that's what we have to look forward to. And I'm not saying we're going to get beat, but I'm saying we're going to be respectable no matter what we do on the field because the mindset of this team is different than what we've seen the last few years.
Yeah, well, and we heard that from folks like Trayvon Mullen and from Derek Carr.
Exactly.
The mindset is just different. It's got a different feel to it. They play for each other. They're a family, just like Raider Nation is a family. This team is coming together and it's super tight knit, man. I mean, for guys to lay hands on Derek Carr and pray for him, thinking that he might have broke his ankle like he did in 2016. He said it had a similar feel to it, man. He got a little scared and stuff like that, but was still obviously concerned about, hey, did 87 catch the touchdown? Did he get it? Did he get it? But I mean, this is a family, man. So it's just a different feel. So yes, I do think that they won't take these games for granted, and that they're going to come in every week. Gus is going to get them ready to go. John's going to get them ready to go. Derek's going to get them ready to go. Max is going to get them ready to go. This is going to be a great game.
That's a great way that you kind of line that out. There's accountability all over 100%. The place. It doesn't have that feel before where it was like, well, who's the leader? Who's like? It's clear cut. The leaders of this team, both in the coaching staff and on.
And you're not hearing the crap about you're not hearing the crap about the crap in the locker room.
True. Right.
The little things that people always like to pick at us about. It's not there.
Right.
It's not
Absolutely. There. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Mosh, go ahead and take us to break, and I got a Raiders and pop culture for us.
I like to hear this guy talk.
Hey, this is Pete Koch, former Los Angeles Raider. Yeah, back in the old days, baby. And you're listening to Murph and Uncle Mosh, who happens to have the same hair as me. Check it out, Raiders Fan Radio.
So before we jump in to the Raiders and pop culture, I do want to shout out a couple people in the chat. Ron the Mater Raider with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Ron, thank you.
Yeah, who did get, he said he timed it out just right. He got Poker Chip 13 because Hunter Renfrow is his favorite player.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Man. So he was paying attention. Then Stacy Ruff with a $20 donation.
Thank you,
says
Stacey.
The only thing missing was the glass breaking and the Stone Cold music when Mosh was up kicking Swag Jeff's ass.
If you want to see that, go to our TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll definitely click that. Yeah, clip that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the glass breaking with Murph.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the whole Stone Cold
I did
intro.
a Stone Cold bit. Yeah,
you did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you did.
That was Stone Cold in pop culture.
Oh, nice.
Nice, absolutely. So appreciate you all very, very much for those donations. And, of course, 100% of that money goes to the One Nation Foundation. That is the nonprofit we formed with our good buddy Raider Cody. And we are looking forward to donating our first big check of the year to the Bolitnikoff Foundation next month.
Gosh, yes.
We will all of us here, the RFR crew, we are all going out to Vegas, and we're going to present that check live at the Paris Casino to the Bolitnikoffs. And also, Cody's going to meet us out there, and we're going to do a live broadcast. We're going to do some podcasting out there. Cody and I will be there. We're going to try to wrangle in some Raider greats to be with us as well. Have a few other things maybe that we're working on, planning on that, but definitely stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of really cool stuff coming up next month. So know that when we do these fundraisers like tonight, for this Jim Otto helmet, 100% of that money goes to a great organization and amazing Raider charities. All right,
Yes.
let's go ahead and hit some Raiders in pop culture. So this is where we like to feature, when the Raiders show up in maybe they show up on a TV show, maybe they show up in a song, like whatever. There's a lot of different times that the Raiders will show up. It's hard to feature songs, so mainly we feature when it comes to like movies and TV shows and things. And then sometimes it's comedy. We featured Angela Johnson
right.
A couple weeks ago, former Raiderette, in her stand-up comedy. Well,
she's funny.
She's funny, man.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like I would say, I would say the Madden of comedy, because he does Madden too. But like the guy that's the guy when it comes to doing Raiders comedy, of course, is Frank Caliendo. And Frank will frequently take to Twitter when the Raiders have something significant going on. And we had Frank. We featured Frank when he talked about the Raiders having to beat Baltimore twice.
Right.
They had to beat, because we had to beat them a couple of different times. So now Frank checks back in again after we beat the Steelers and talks a little bit about what the Raiders' record is.
I made a mistake yesterday, and I feel bad inside, deep down, where it counts. I said we were going to go 17-0 this year, but then I remembered something profoundly important. We went 2-0 in the season opener. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? 18-0, man! That's what I'm talking about! Come on, man! Knock on! What if you're with me?
I love it, man. Frank is awesome. All right, we got a little bit more going on in the chat room. Swag, shout it out, and Uncle Mosh, take us to break.
Yeah, absolutely. D the Sun with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation says, "Got to go back to work. Thanks for the entertainment, guys. Go Raiders." And then the dude says running Ruggs 24.3 against South Carolina. 24/7 Sports reported was his top speed.
Wow,
Yeah,
no
24.3.
crazy.
Yeah,
24
absolutely.
points. So when we get to show number 243, we need to remember that one.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's up to $8. So he's $2 away from a poker chip.
Nice, right on,
Yeah,
man. Right on,
Yeah.
the dude. Yeah, absolutely. And I hope that's a reference to the Big Lebowski, because we love us some Big Lebowski around here. Anyways, appreciate you, Uncle Mosh.
You know what I appreciate? I appreciate a good Donnybrook.
Nobody enjoyed a good
Press the damn button,
more
nerd.
than 6-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
Don't think I won't come over there again.
Right? You say, how many ass whippings you want to catch tonight, Jeff?
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, so I want to take a minute and thank our partners over at Fansided and thank our partners over at Just Blog Baby. For those of you that haven't heard yet, and for those of you that are new, we have partnered up with, we are just finishing our 4th show since we have been part of the Fansided Network, and we are the official podcast for the Raiders, for Fansided, and of course, Just Blog Baby. So for those of you that are just, minding your business, scrolling through some Raider stories on Just Blog Baby, and you clicked on us, my name's Murph. This is Swag Jeff, my best friend and my real life uncle, Uncle Mosh, and we are just diehard Raider fans, man. And so we are thankful to be partnered with these folks. And since we've seen an incredible spike in our listenership. We've seen,
my gosh, absolutely.
It's unprecedented growth. It's as the hockey stick, as they say, that you want to look for in terms of like financial growth and anything else that you do. You want to see, you're cruising right along, and then all of a sudden, whammo, and your numbers go through the roof. And that's what they've done since we've partnered with Fansided. So we are thankful for the exposure and for the additional listening and viewing audience that we have gained since then. Thank you very, very much. But not even a but in addition to all those wonderful reviews and listeners and participation and things that you get, you also get the haters once in a while.
Yeah, you do.
And we're not immune to haters. And, my cousin Sonny will say, you're not doing it right unless you got some haters. And so, look, we had some hate lobbed at us this week. Some people wanted to make comments about how we don't talk enough about the Raiders and whatever. Well, and if that's the content you're looking for.
And I think that guy might have been in the chat this week.
He might have been. And if that's the content you're looking for, then look, no harm, no foul. Like, just excuse yourself and find someone else, man. Like, it's okay. But I also, getting hated on reminded me of one of my favorite scenes in a movie. And Swag Jeff turned me on to this movie a couple of years ago, and I love it. It's from The Interview, and this is James Franco and Seth Rogen, and James Franco's character talking about they only hate us because they ain't us.
These motherfuckers
fucking peanut butter and jealous.
What are they to be jealous of?
Because hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because we ain't us? What the does an anus have to do with
They
this?
hate us because they ain't us.
That's not what it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. They hate us because we is us.
They fucking hate us because they ain't
Stop
us.
saying that.
Hate us because they ain't us.
They don't hate us because they ain't us. They don't hate us
I'm
because they ain't
used to
us.
it. They hate us because they ain't us.
All right, look.
It's the best, man.
It's so good.
So funny. You know, I got a problem with that, Murph.
Okay.
Swaggy, I got a problem with that. Murph can't eat beef.
No, I can't.
Swaggy can't eat chicken.
No.
I can't. I got this.
Oh, sorry.
Hot dog.
Sorry, I was trying to encourage.
I don't need your encouragement. I can't eat beets. We all have violent physical reactions when we eat those things. But we don't stop going to dinner with people that have different culinary cuisine choices. And speaking of choices, me, Mojo, Tristan, Jeff's brother, Murph's dad, his uncle, both his grandfathers, we all chose to serve in the greatest military of all times, so that people that inhabit our great nation are free to make choices. We chose to go to work. We choose to go to college. We chose to be crooks, or we choose to assimilate into a culture as productive members of our society. We make entertainment choices to either watch films or to watch TV or see live music or collect recorded versions. We even make choices in our younger lives that we have regretted as we grow older. And we change our minds later. Those choices to change your mind, they reflect the opposite choices that we made as youngsters. So when it's all said and done, we tried things. We tried things on to see how they fit. And our choices, our fits, our likes, our dislikes, they're our own and they're nobody else's. I like Canadian bacon. I like poached eggs. And I like toasted sourdough English muffins. But I hate hollandaise sauce.
Oh.
So when I'm at breakfast with you, Murph, and you order eggs Benedict, I go with a Western omelet.
Yeah.
Which brings me back to the Raiders. I have my team. And I love my team. But I don't love them enough to give up my job. I don't love them enough to give up my place of employment or one of my dogs. Okay, there's that one dog. But I love my team. And I'm able to do a show and to have fun and to bring out my personality on a podcast with two of my favorite people in the whole world and have fun doing it. And our mission statement for this show is, we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. I'm going to go slow for you slow people. We take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Okay? So if your choice lends you to believe that we or me or my co-hosts and the thousands, and I'm talking thousands of listeners, are not Raider enough for you, then change the damn channel. Tune in elsewhere. Pack your stuff, leave my country, try a communist bloc region where they mandate and suggest, nay, where they manipulate you into listening what's appropriate. But for me and my household, we are proud members of Raider Nation, and we ain't changing shit for nobody.
Let's go!
Yes!
Give yourself applause, Marsh. They hate us because they ain't us. Oh my gosh, that was awesome, Mosh. Well done, sir. Well done. Thank you.
You know, sorry.
It's okay. I love it.
I didn't mean to curse.
It's okay. I love a good Mosh
It
rant.
just makes me angry that people would, just change the channel.
It's okay.
Just
It's okay.
change.
Just change it. It's okay. Well, I will say this is that, and I we don't catch a lot of heat in negative terms. But when some of those comments did come out, like our vast the listeners of Raiders Fan Radio took up on our behalf, and we are very thankful for all of you that get it, that join us every week, and you are. Look, I brag on you all the time when we have these different pitch meetings and all these different things that we do. I brag on everybody that's in the chat room, everybody that participates and interacts with us in this show. You are what makes this great. It is not about us. More of you and less of us is a great thing.
Truth.
And even as we're speaking, we're getting spammed in the chat. This is what's going to happen. These are the growing pains that we're going to go through.
Welcome to the chat. Webcams-chat.com. Hot girls and boys video chat.
What are you talking about?
What the heck? Seriously, well, it's all got deleted by
Ron,
it all
got deleted, yeah.
But seriously, these are the things, the growing pains that we're going to have to. But here's the thing that we're going to do. We're going to remain passionate. Clearly, you heard from Uncle Mosh.
Truth.
Passionate, loyal Raiders fans with the mission to not only have fun with each other here in the fan cave, but with you in the chat room. And we are also going to raise as much money as possible to give to Raiders-related charities.
Yes.
That's our freaking goal with it. And if you can't get with that, then as Mosh said, turn the damn channel. All right, now.
Foxy Scorpio says, first the WWE, now it's getting philosophical.
Yes. Yes. Heck yeah, we deep around here. Stick around, man. We'll get deep.
Hit the like button. We have fun.
Absolutely. Mosh, so speaking of more of you and less of us, let's get to the Sea of Fans mailbag.
There he is, baiting, looking. He's under the gun. He's tied, he throws. It is. He caught it.
All right, so along with the best chat room in all of Raider Nation here at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio every Wednesday night at 4 Pacific and 7 Eastern, you can contact this show in a multitude of ways. But Matthew Mangus is in there tonight. Andy Two Turnt is in there. Stacy Ruff, Jeff Wilson, the Heat Freak, Wyoming Raider, Michael, Ron the Materator, of course, holding it down, and he's putting in overtime tonight. Thank you, Ron the Materator. And so many good folks in there. We appreciate you. Swag Jeff?
Absolutely. And remember, everyone in the chat, you still have a chance to win this signed Jim Otto helmet. 100% of the proceeds go to the One Nation Foundation. Hall of Fame 1980 inscribed. Got the Beckett verification number on the back. Every $10 donation gives you one poker chip. Right now we've got 17 people that have donated tonight.
Oh my gosh!
And
Thank you
the
all.
number's getting up there,
awesome.
man. Let's get this number up so we can donate to the One Nation Foundation. This is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We will do a drawing at the end of the night.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to run a little bit long tonight. As you can tell, we're already closing in on 2 hours, and we want to get to all these emails and voicemails. So you can call the show at 909-345-3346. In my best AM voice, that is 909-345-3346. And you can leave us a message, and you can become a made man or a made woman if you leave a message 3 times. But before we get to that, we will feature your emails, and you can send us an email at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. That incredibly inventive address is show, SHOW, at RaidersFanRadio.com. Send us an email, and if you email us an indefinite amount of times, you can become a made man or a made woman that way. And Uncle Mosh always takes care of this for us on the emails. Uncle Mosh, who do we have tonight?
Well, we made a little error. We forgot to get Raider Chemist in last week, so we're going to go ahead and feature him tonight.
Perfect.
Hello, guys. This is Raider Chemist, and I got to say that was a great win. I still can't talk after the roller coaster. The whole game, the team was playing with my heart like it was a yo-yo. I think I aged 10 years when the ball was intercepted. We all did, buddy. I almost ended, and I don't have that many left. I almost ended up looking like Uncle. Hey, wait a minute! He takes a shot at me. I almost ended up looking like Uncle Mosh, and then that end. Oh boy, that was an end worth every penny. I was actually sitting 20 feet from where Zay Jones went in with that touchdown. Oh, so cool!
Nice.
That place was so loud after we won the game both times that I'd be surprised if any other stadium turns out to be louder than what we Raider fans were able to muster on Monday night. Don't get me wrong. I was there, and it was no blackout. There was a good number of Ravens fans, and it was still super loud. I can only imagine how it would be if it was 100% Raiders fans. Even the hot dog stand in KC could not hold a candle to the might of the Raider Nation. Now, I will air some grievances. Can we please stop all the Derek Carr hate?
Yes.
I think we did after last week.
Well, yeah.
We did not look like no superstar. As a matter of fact, he looked like dog poop for much of the first half. But good quarterbacks find a way to win. He won that game. The running game was lackluster at best. He threw over 50 times. He had the most yards from all QBs in week 1. There was one reason we won that game, and that was Derek Carr. He had a good defense, but it wasn't lights out either. Not every quarterback would have been able to do what he did, so let's put some respect on his name. Grievance number 2. We just beat the Ravens, a team that is constantly in the playoffs, a team that is Super Bowl or bust, a team that has a number of superstars on the team. We beat them fair and square, and it's not like we beat them on a freak play. As a matter of fact, we had to beat them twice. And we looked good beating them both times. Our team looked leagues better than last year's team. So why is Colin Cowherd still saying that this is a 4th place team? I heard several shows after the win, and most people had the same approach. They said we looked good, but let's wait and see. I can respect that, but Cowherd praised Carr and mentioned that he put this team on his back. A 4th place team? What? Is he blind? How does this guy still have a show?
Amen.
The Donkeys played the Giants, and who looked like they can't beat my cousin's Pee Wee team? The Condiments almost lost to the Browns that have made choking their local sport, and the Chargeless played Chicago, who still don't know what they are doing at quarterback. We are the only ones that beat a real team, yet we are the 4th place team? I don't know what he is on, but he should stop taking it. It's killing his last remaining neurons. Anyway, I think I've gone for long enough, so I'll stop here. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I know I did. So, until next time, Raider Chemist. P.S. To clear Murph's confusion, I am a guy.
Okay. Nice. There we go. Nice job. And that is Edgar. That is Edgar V, who's in our chat often. And so the last time he emailed us, I didn't have his first name on there. And so I was like, I don't know, this is going to be a made man or made woman. Okay. Anyways, Edgar, email us again. Edgar's in our chat.
No kidding.
Every week.
All the time.
That's his second email. Dude, you made man status. Email us one more time, brother, and you're there.
Absolutely. So I have an email.
Oh, you have an email.
I have an email that came in late, and we didn't have time to print it off. So we're going to see how good Swaggy J can read.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Because it's been a minute.
Now, here's the thing. Let me just clear this up.
Okay.
You may not read well, but you got great eyes.
Oh, thanks, pal.
You've had the surgery. You got great eyes.
I do.
So you can see it on the phone where I can't.
Right. Exactly.
That's why I print them in 17 font for you.
Well, that's
okay. Absolutely. So greetings and salutation, fine ladies and gentlemen of the Silver and Black Raider Nation. It's your guy, Raider Roan, Tyrone Graves.
Oh, nice. The whole family's in tonight.
With another little poem triggered by week 2's inspiration.
Oh, I love it. Okay. I love it when our listeners get creative.
Well, yeah. 2 sacks and a pick, 10 plus QB hits. This year's defense looks so much meaner. Big Ben looked surprised with retiring eyes and said, "You guys must be part-time clock cleaners." We may have walked away with a victory Monday, but y'all did get a consolation prize. You'll put up on your walls at home, work, and malls. Poor Abrams getting posterized. Najee's a tank is the label that'll read with a picture of a stiff arm real hard. But what that poster won't show is that this tank didn't go no further than 38 yards. Then the Pissburgh Stallers tried to stop Waller, but couldn't, so they focused to slow him. So we Edwards and Renfroed and Carriered and Draked and Sneeded and Foster Marodum.
Oh, nice.
Come on.
Derek's not selfish. He spreads the wealth. If you're catching, you will get a turn. And what a game ender to watch two defenders simultaneously both get rug burned.
Oh,
come on,
this is
rug
good,
burn.
man.
I love that phrase.
Yeah.
That's good.
DC4 threw for 382 plus 2 touchdowns added to his stats. Like T.O. when he cries as tears fill my eyes. With pride, I say, that's my quarterback. Yes! Yes!
Awesome job, Tyrone.
Excellent.
That is awesome.
So good.
So that's another guy.
Yes.
Like, that's another guy. Like, send us another. Like, I don't think he's made yet. Edgar V in the chat says he's made. I gotta look it up. I gotta check this. We're getting so many now. I can't keep up with everybody. I didn't think we had Edgar made. I'm gonna.
We have the list.
I'm gonna look at it right now. But also Tyrone, same thing.
That was incredible.
He's in there every week. Every week, Tyrone's in there, and now his wife Ebony's in there.
Ebony's in there,
Yeah, so-
giving him love in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So send us one more, and we will definitely get you made here
Yes.
in Raiders Fan Radio. Uncle Mosh, who we got next?
All right, we got JJ Raider. He says, hey, I haven't joined in since winning the Sizzler with my first email after the Super Bowl with my take on blasting Nosferatu TB12 with super soakers filled with holy water. I thought about pulling a Roy Hobbs walk-off, but Raider Nation is just too damn fun. Speaking of fun, here we are, 2 weeks into the season. The national media is choking hard on Baltimore Crow, with our boys sitting at 2-0 in the first place. Dost mine ears deceive me? Is that the sound of Mike Florio, Colin Coward, Stephen A. Smith, and the national gang's footsteps stampeding to catch up to the bandwagon? Do yourself a favor, Raider Nation. Don't give this group of McChuckleheads any of your attention.
McChuckleheads.
I love that. We'll welcome any fan who wants to ride shotgun on this wagon, but let's all put the figurative boot to the face of the national media as they try to climb on board. Don't give them your time. Don't give them your clicks. I've never seen so much mental vomit in my entire life. When it comes to the national media, the crap is always browner on the other side of the sewer. Stick to RFR, Q Myers, JT, and others who dole out the truth about our team. Wow. Don't hold back, JJ Raider. I've been a Raider fan since the 1980 Super Bowl. As a young 9-year-old, I was at my grandparents' house for the game. My grandmother asked me who I was rooting for, and I was just starting to get into football and hadn't formed any allegiances yet. I told her I was thinking about rooting for the Eagles. Biggest mistake ever. The look on her face would have made Darth Vader piss all over his cape. As her daggers stared through me, she said, young man, we only root for the Raiders in this house.
Let's go.
I politely capitulated to her firm command and had an incredible day after that, followed by multiple decades of fun and frustration. The 26 in my handle is for my favorite all-time Raider, Van McElroy.
Oh, nice.
Love that guy's grit and hate that he had his career cut short by injuries.
Yeah.
I gave the brief history lesson to help everyone see some context. I've seen the great times and, of course, the worst times. It's okay to feel great this week and at the same time not get ahead of ourselves and punch a ticket to the playoffs. Just enjoy the moment. I do have a bit more optimism than the last few years, and it's based on a simple truth that I teach my kids. It goes like this. People who are paid a lot of money or are in a position of authority aren't necessarily intelligent or deserving of their position. Paul Gunther, step right up. Other examples. Gruden playing Witten over Moreau. Adam Gase not giving the ball to Lynch at the 1-yard line. Andy Reid with less than 2 minutes to go. The Broncos having a horse with a mullet on their helmet. I rest my case. This year, we see players being played in the position that they play best. What a concept. It's as if two brain cells got together and multiplied a few times. Speaking of using more brain cells, let's all play a little game of what's more likely. What's more likely? That the Chargers will actually live up to the same hype they get every season despite no evidence to back it up? Or that they will dissipate faster than Andy Reid at an and an air biscuit in a Midwestern tornado.
Nice.
What's more likely, that the Broncos have a legit team after beating the two worst teams in the NFL, or that they will keep the John Elway selfie as their team logo?
Nice.
Lastly, what's more likely, that since winning the Super Bowl, Andy Reid has become a clock managing savant, or, oh, please, asking Andy Reid to clearly execute the 2-minute drill is like asking Picasso to paint a bowl of fruit. The finished product has an eyeball coming out of the apple stem and a banana protruding from Mahomes. Well, you get the point. This is a family show. Suffice to say that Andy Reid is totally blind when it comes to clock management. He was on the verge of blowing the Super Bowl until San Francisco decided not to have anyone within 15 yards of Tyreek Hill on 3rd and 15. I guess even a blind, lame, geriatric, impotent squirrel gets a nut at some point. Here's hoping that he gets up his strong pattern of clock management and that the KC offensive line keeps showing to form so that we can see our boy Crosby take out Splat Mahomes.
Let's go.
For the victory at Allegiant. Love you guys. JJ Raider 26.
Nice job, JJ Raider. What an email. Nice job. Not only for his vocabulary there, mentioning politely capitulate, but your excellent pronunciation of that as well, Maj. So, hey, just real quick here, program note. We're at 2 hours now. We probably got another hour's worth of show. Boys, you good to go?
Yep.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's roll.
All right, so we'll release this thing probably as a two-parter for sure this time. So, chat room, hang in there with us, man. We're still going to give away that Jim Otto helmet here coming up in a little bit. We got a couple more emails, and then we got all your phone calls. Uncle Mosh, who do we got next?
Yo, what's up, Murph Swaggy? You're the one and only Uncle Mosh.
Hey.
I hope all is well and everyone is safe and in good health. How about them Raiders? The end of summer came a few days early when the autumn wind made a trip through the AFC North, blowing ravens from the sky and knocking over steel curtains. Watching these so-called analysts and experts stumble over their words is wonderful. I would say I'm confused, but when did Gruden ever say he didn't want Carr? You can clearly see they don't pay attention to our press conferences. Anyway, Monday, I woke up feeling great and decided to drive to Domenico's in Alameda.
Nice.
I'll tell you, those cannolis taste better on a Victory Monday. How many cannolis you think Andy Reid can eat? Probably 30 every 10 minutes. Never mind that! On a serious matter, I hope this injury bug is over with. I'm loving this defense, but I'm not going to lie. I miss having Hudson in the middle of the O-line. Me too. I know we got to give James some time to grow, and maybe I'm just used to not worrying about the center position for a while. Either way, we have to stay level and take it week by week. It's not over until Jamarcus Russell sings. Tuna's on the menu next week. Should be a breeze, but let's see. All love and respect. Ta-da, Raider!
Yes, nice job, Ty. We appreciate you, my friend, and always with the Domenico's reference, we can always appreciate that. So, hey, just a quick follow-up on Edgar V. I don't have you on the list of made men, so I've got you and Tyrone down both for next email from either of you guys.
Yes.
And you'll become the newest made men here in Raiders Fan Radio. Uncle Mosh, we got one left.
Evening, everybody. It's 2-0. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Evening, everybody, in 2-0 land. I hope this email finds you safe and well. Another excellent performance from our boys on Sunday, and what a great start to the season. I'm trying not to get too carried away. After all, we've been here before, but it's just me, or is it just me, or does this feel different now that we have a defense? There seems to be a different kind of vibe around us and a new kind of belief. I'm a sucker for small details that can mean big things. For example, the way the guys rallied around DC and DeLon Leverett when they were hurt. The fun that everybody seems to be having, the growing camaraderie and understanding on the field. And I noticed on the Sounds of the Game video after week 1, DC tapping Snake's photo on the way out to the field. Just little things, but big meanings behind them. I was obviously delighted when we beat the Ravens, but this win against the Steelers was different. With it being on the road and against such a historical rival. We needed everything to come together as a collective against such a difficult opponent, and it certainly did. We looked like a real force to be reckoned with. Offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. All of it was first class. I even had a Steelers fan tweet me and say how legit our defense looked. So we must be doing something right. There are plenty of individual pundits to be dished out, and all very worthy. But I'd like to pick out Derek Carr for a masterful leader's performance from start to finish. But one thing, DC, please don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Also, Hunter Renfrow, man, I tell you, this could have been a 20-page email about how much I love this kid. Fearless, competitive, reliable, and dynamic. The toughest, most reliable player on the roster. Wes Welker 2.0.
Yeah, I'm with him.
When he goes back to the locker room, does he revert to being Clark Kent? A few other observations. Tackle of the game goes to Leverett. I hope the guy is okay after that. Us too. A word about Jonathan Abram. He's going about his business very efficiently, hitting hard but being sensible and disciplined. He's doing the number 24 justice at the minute. A huge shout out to our entire defensive coaching staff. Just keep doing what you're doing, fellas. Funniest moment of the game. Coach Gruden caught on CBS dropping F-bombs like a Mangus email and the Steelers trying to play hurry-up offense, which lasted all of 45 seconds before Roethlisberger started breathing through his ass. I started last week's email referencing the quote, "It's not the winning, it's the taking part that counts," which we can all agree is nonsense. Well, I'm heading down the same path this week with two quotes that are appropriate. The first is from Mark Twain. Never argue with an idiot. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. The second is, I believe, by Abraham Lincoln. Apologies if I'm wrong. It's better to remain silent and be thought of as a fool than to speak and remove all doubt.
Love it.
The above quotes apply in particular by two people this week. First, the person that left a comment on the RFR YouTube page after last week's show claiming we don't care enough about the Raiders on this show. I can't remember your name, but I will say this. If you're watching again this week, in all that's holy, I don't know what show you've been watching, but your perception of things is so far off its beggar's belief and about as legitimate as a Charger fan in Los Angeles.
Oh, nice.
Secondly, Gene Sterator. I'm being very, very polite when I say how much I dislike this man. During the game on Sunday, as you would all have seen, DC scrambled, was hit by a linebacker from behind, and then clearly hit helmet to helmet. On commentary, the Bag of Wind said he believed DC had encouraged the hit by not sliding, and it was perfectly legitimate hit. If I may be so bold, I would ask Capo, Q-Dog, to include him on the future hit list.
Nice.
I'll never forgive this creature for the smug way he dealt with us against Dallas a few years ago. There are three smiling faces that turn me to ice. One is the genius Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining, which is pure brilliance. The other two are Jerry the man with the skin of a lizard Jones, who is clearly a reptile, and Gene Sterator that night against the Cowboys. I'll never forget the look on that man's face when he used that piece of a card to screw us. The man has a face only a mother could love, and I doubt she'd even bother. He makes me want to chew through a house brick. So, in conclusion, things have started well for us, Nation. We know not to get too carried away with things, although it does feel different this time around. We have a defense for one thing. However, it's important to take things one game at a time. Not to be complacent, but consistent. Now let's go and squish the fish. See you at 3-0. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Polly Award winner 2019, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, five-time plus one winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Wow. Amazing, Paul.
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 Paul. Paul.
Paul.
Claude. Claude. Claude.
Paul.
Paul. Paul. Paul. Shit, Paul.
Paul. Your name, Paul?
Hello.
Paul. Hello. Paul.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul. Yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Had the 55-yarder to send the game into overtime. I mean, I think John is not the broadcast booth, but it's as if he is.
That's beautiful.
Oh my gosh,
that's beautiful.
Love it, man. Coach Gruden is the best. All right, so those are the emails, and thank you again so much. And if you want to email us at show, SHOW, at RaidersFanRadio.com. You can also contact the show by dialing 909-345-3346 and leaving us a message. And of course, where Paul is kind of like the captain of the crew when it comes to the emailers. Capo, he is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, is the leader of our crew, leader of the made men and the made women. He always kicks off this segment, and let's check in with our good friend Aaron.
Greetings, Don Murphy, Sigler and Moss, son of boss. Sonny, my sergeant arms and says with Big Raider Trucker, Mojo from the University, Ramon the Mean King, Swag Jeff, Ron the Mater Raider. Nation, now, there will be no trap game this Sunday. We owe the Fins for knocking us out of the 2020 playoff picture, courtesy of the other 99, Arden Keith. Now, according to NFL Network's Kevin Patcher, for the first time in the Super Bowl era, the Raiders have gone 2-0 against teams that made the playoffs the previous season. Now, it's only been 2 games, and I get it. Between Gus Bradley's defense and DC4's MVP-like performances, I mean, we're really starting to look like a playoff team. Now, yesterday, Seth Trashman, he wrote an article on the assessment of every NFL team's 5-year window. And about the Raiders, he provided the same tired analysis, writing about Gruden's 10-year contract. The franchise has been, showing minimal progress. And, there's no doubt that Derek Carr has improved under Gruden. And tight end Darren Waller has emerged as a star. However, the team's recent, draft results were suspect at best. We're still waiting for F to the E to the R. Well, you know who he is. And number 24, Jonathan Abram, and of course, Henry Ruggs to develop. Now, Ruggs went 5 catches for 113 yards, a TD on 7 targets, only if you need him, in his last game. The offensive line also, somewhat might be suspect due to all the changes in the offseason, but that's all tired of analysis. We're undefeated, baby. Now, don't look now, but the Las Vegas Raiders might be a playoff team.
Yep,
and
let's
better
go.
is what most people have predicted. It's only week 2, so you can't get too excited, but I am excited. I mean, stop and think about this for a second. We are leading the AFC North and the AFC West in the standings. I mean, what more do you need? I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders have already shown that they're not the same team from years past. However, I mean, they are simply on a hot streak. And, a hot streak, hey, let my fingers burn. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, the defense, we will need, to get them to play a little bit better. But by all signs, the team is legit. And when Jacobs gets his wheels together and gives DC4 the added run support he needs, look out. Silver linings. The Raiders sit atop the AFC West and the North, like I said, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they lost to Baltimore. I mean, on Sunday Night Football, they couldn't conjure up the same blueprint that we laid out for them and how to stop Lamar Jackson. And they didn't do it when it counted. The Chargers lost another one-score late game in the fourth quarter to the Dallas Cowboys. See y'all fools on Thanksgiving. And
let's go.
Isn't that the reason why Anthony Lynn was let go to begin with, not being able to stop the run? The hit list. Jim Rome, the one potato chip challenge, Mike Wilbon insurrection, so that's the usual Mike Dick. Did I make the time limit? Rude.
Every time, Capo, every time. Oh, man, I love it. He puts the one chip challenge on his on his
oh
hit
my gosh,
list there.
check out when the universe speaks.
Oh my gosh.
That's it slayed.
Slayed.
It's so good.
So dang funny. So dang funny. So thankful there to Aaron, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, for leading that off, and always with the best takes too. That's one of the reasons we love Capo. Not only is he a great friend of ours, but we always love to hear from him here as he leads off the voicemail segment. All right, next up. So we got a lot of calls. Some of these are short, some are a little long. All of them are hitting the 3 minute time limit. But we've got some fantastic calls and voicemails from everyone. Let's go ahead and let's just start it off.
Yes.
By let's bring it down a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I mean,
started off right, huh?
I'm just saying, like, if you
Holy
got candles,
cow.
light them. If you got aromatherapy, like, fire it up. Whatever you do, incense, little essential oils, like whatever.
If you got money, hit the super chat.
Yeah, that's how Swag Jeff gets sexy.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me give you a camera there.
Yeah, man.
You get sexy by winning some
Yeah,
gear.
man.
That's,
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Swag is sexy.
That's right. So anyway, so we give him a fun time about his amazing sounding voice, but again, like Aaron, amazing Raider takes. So coming you live from the Canary Islands is the Italian-born
Hey
Raider
guys,
born
Raider
Rico.
Borico here. I'm here at the bar, so I'm gonna grab one of those whiskey.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cheers to Big Ben. Big Ben, cheers to you. Where you at, man? Where you at, Big Ben? I bet you heard. Salud.
Salud. What's your Rico?
Next go, whoever the quarterback they have, the fish is the next one to go down. Saying that, love you all, and I'm out.
I love it. He's in
Perfect.
He's in the bar.
He's in the bar,
He's like,
man.
I love to get the American women crazy, but I got to drink some whiskey.
Yeah, they just brought him his whiskey.
I love it, man. Great stuff there from Rico, man. We appreciate you. All right, next up, let's go to. You know what? I didn't have it on our rundown. Man, guys, we had so many tonight.
I had it. We're good.
You got Mojo? I got Mojo here. Leading us off before we get to Lalo, we've got the one and only Mojo Raider giving us his report from the game.
Oh, nice.
Fellas, made men and women, nation, what's going on? It's your boy Mojo from San Diego. You could tell I got a little bit of a frog in my throat. As promised, calling to give you a quick game day rundown of the glorious Monday Night Football victories that we had this past week. I could finally talk, so I lost my voice maybe even the day before. For that Sunday.
He makes me laugh.
I'll tell you, I tailgated
so
a little
funny.
too hard. So I'm just now sobering up enough to give this phone call a run as well. So the tailgate scene, they got some outside stuff like you would expect, more traditional stuff around the stadium. It's easy to get to the stadium if you do some tailgating in some nightclubs or casinos or wherever you decide to do it. There's tons going on. Personally, my wife and I attended the official Black Hole tailgate in Club Omnia, which is inside the Caesars Casino. Saw Wayne Mabry. We saw Gorilla Rilla. Jermaine Dupri was the DJ. It was outstanding. All you could eat, all you could drink for 4 hours.
Come on.
The ride to there,
awesome.
we took an Uber. It was quick. It was easy. It was convenient. They dropped us right off at the door, scanned our tickets, scanned our clear to get us, proof of vaccination, got us right in there, and we were at our section within minutes of walking in that stadium. The place is immaculate. If you haven't been, take your ass over there, Raider Nation.
Yeah.
It's worth every penny. Game was great. You guys know what happened on the field. Halftime, I don't know if they showed this. Obviously, everybody was hyped for Bruce Buffer, Patty LaBelle, the whole nine. But at halftime, Ice Cube and Too Short came out and did a little halftime show for us. All in all, it was incredible experience. I'm probably running out on my 3 minutes really soon. All I want to say is, once again, get your asses out there. Enjoy it. We earned it. We put up with subpar conditions for way too long. Go and reap the benefit of this move, Raider Nation. Until next time, just win, baby. Mojo out.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Lieutenant Commander
Mojo.
Mojo. Nice job. Nice job. Love it, man. Love the game day
Dude's the
rundown.
man. Yeah, that was awesome.
You know, you're doing your Raider fandom right when it takes you a week to recover from attendance of a football game.
Truth.
You know what I mean? That's so awesome, though. So we appreciate Mojo. All right, let's check in next with our a buddy that we see all the time in the chat, have not heard from until now, first time ever. Welcome to Raiders Fan Radio to the callers, Lalo Maloso.
Hola, Raiders Fan Radio. Habla Lalo Maloso.
I love his
llamo
name.
este sábado noche para que estaba en Twitter y vi el tweet de Raiders Fan Radio que quería llamadas con los pensamientos antes del juego contra los Steelers. Con todas las heridas que los malosos tuvieron el lunes contra los Ravens.
Dad, who are you talking to in Spanish?
Español. Oh man, I forgot to hit the SAP button. My freaking thoughts. Sorry about that, guys. My freaking thoughts after all the injuries on Monday. My heart is telling me Raiders, but I'm not a betting man. But if I was, my wallet is telling me Pissburgh. Lalo Maloso out.
Oh,
that was amazing.
It was so good.
My
so
gosh.
good. Okay, so, all right. So that Lalo Maloso calls back. That was fantastic. All right, now there's a follow-up to that because he said Pittsburgh, and I think a lot of us had the Raiders going 1-1, either with one of the losses being against either the Ravens or the Steelers. All right, so you heard Lalo's kid there, and so Lalo's kid decided to call in and check Dad here.
Seriously?
This is really cool. So the youngest made person we have on the show is Max, is Mojo's son.
Right.
I don't know how old Max was when we made him. I don't remember, but I think this is an opportunity for us to have a new youngest made member here.
Hello, Raiders Fan Radio. My name is Mr. Los Angeles, and I'm in the 4th grade. I'm glad my dad, Lalo Maloso, was wrong for thinking the Steelers were going to win. We just won, baby. See you on the YouTube. Bye.
Oh,
yes!
Nicely done.
I love that
Isn't
kid.
that great?
Hang on, this is
What
for
do you call
him.
himself? Mr. Los Angeles? I love
so
that.
Cool, right? Love it, man. Love it. Great job there. So 4th grader.
9 years old.
Again, I don't remember how old Max was. Around that age, I think Max was like 10 or 11,
I
something
think
like
so
that.
too.
Yeah, so great stuff there from Lalo and Mr. Los Angeles. And so, all right, next up here, let's go check in with another one of the longtime made men, and that is our good buddy, Coach Davis.
What up, Murph, Uncle Mosh, Swag Jeff, Capo, Aaron the Q Dog, Raider. It's your 4-time Sizzle Award winning made man, Coach Davis, checking in. Look, man, here at Raider Nation and the Raiders organization, man, we about equality. You know what I'm saying? I know we all may have our differences. We may not all think the same or believe the same, you know what I'm saying? But come game day, we all have one common goal. We want to see the Raiders win. So I'm going to go ahead and have to ask everybody let's reserve judgment for Des Bryant. I know everybody mad that he beat up his mom or whatever, but look, man, check this out. I'm not going to pass judgment. I'm going to my mom's house today, man, and she's a Steelers fan. And I saw some passes on Monday night that was so good that it make you want to smack your mama. You know what I'm saying? So it might just be going down. Don't judge me. Love you. I'm a Raider. I'm just playing, mama. You know I love you.
Okay.
So deadpan. The delivery was beautiful on that.
That was so incredible.
So you guys had the same reaction I did, that when I first heard that, I was like, oh, no. I was like, where's this coach? And then he hit that, and I lost it.
Oh, my God. That was great.
It was so funny, man.
That's incredible.
That was incredible, man.
Oh,
Great
my
job.
gosh.
That's what this show is worth going 3 hours tonight.
No kidding.
A 3-hour show.
Oh my
3-hour show.
His delivery was amazing. Unbelievable.
That was
So
beautiful.
good, right?
Yeah.
That was good. That was very good. Great job, Coach Dave. You slayed all three of us. I thought Jeff was going to fall out of his chair on that
Holy
one.
crap. Oh, that was so good.
Mangus says, thank God my mom is a Raider fan.
No kidding. Coach Davis with your mama's ass, too.
Oh, gosh. All right, next up, let's go to, we call him the Houstorian. He is our good friend down there in Texas. He is Houston Raider Steve.
Murph, Mosh, Swag, Jeff, Nation, Houston Raider Steve. Only got a couple hours of sleep during all this trip with planes, trains, and automobiles. Just want to say that the pregame was really cool. They had Rocky Blair out there with Merrill Hodge, and they talked about the immaculate deception play. On that play, it was 4th and 10, and he turned to the crowd, Rocky did. He says, there's no way we're going to get this blank in first down. And all of a sudden, he heard the roar of the crowd. He looked over there, and all of his teammates were running down the sidelines. He was running down the sidelines in NFL films. Shows him in the locker room running in there and everything, showing Rocky. And he said that was the greatest play in NFL history. And if you go out in the parking lot, there's a plaque out there with the footprint and the exact spot where Franco picked up the ball, and he says we were allowed a lucky bounce. Anyway, it was just a great game. We really showed up. We were loud. We were yelling Raiders and everything. One other thing is funny. When his grandfather and his father lived out in California, and Rocky played for the Steelers. He was in San Diego one game, and they were in Palm Springs, and they were up a game in Oakland. Some guy was really talking a lot of trash, really negative about Rocky. His grandfather turned around and started slugging on him and everything, and hitting him pretty bad. He got kicked out of the stadium. Anyway, great win by the Raiders, and hopefully a little bit of the immaculate deception went away today. Great team win, team effort. Bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, great job there from Houston Raider Steve, always providing us with a little perspective on Raiders history. We appreciate you, my friend. All right, next up. So this is interesting, guys.
Okay.
This is someone who didn't leave their name. It was a hidden number.
But it from a private line.
It did, but it's not.
Is this one of your exes?
I'm trying to catch up to you, Mosh.
Is it one of mine? That was my next. That was my next line. Is it one of mine?
No, I don't think so. But
hey, Raider Nation, this is March Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
Oh my God!
Last time we'll say that on this show.
Oh my gosh!
Remind me to text the Manguses and tell them to drop that
down there with that's Khalil Mack status. We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh no. Michelle said, "Sweat says, damn swag."
Oh my gosh!
All right, here we go.
Oh my gosh, this is going off the rails.
It is going off the rails. This is always the most fun we have on the show. All right, but anyway, so unknown caller, unknown number, unknown location, unknown everything. This might be the first unknown made person that we get if they call 2 more times.
Go Raider Nation!
There you go.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. Kind of sounded like her.
Yeah.
Go Raider Nation!
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for the call. All right, next up.
Let's get back the jerseys you bought her. Okay, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
They're too small for me. So
you think?
She can have them.
You got kids.
That's true.
Oh my gosh! All right, here we go. All right, y'all are killing me tonight. It's so.
And we're
fun.
not even drunk.
No.
I know.
Coach Davis says that call deserves the Sizzler.
Hey, tall order tonight. So the Sizzler Award, we award to the best email or
I'm
phone
so
call of the
glad
week.
the Mosh is here tonight.
Oh man, we've had some epic emails and voicemails tonight. You guys are the absolute best. See what I'm talking about? Like, if you're new to this show, like, this is what it's all about, man. Our listeners are the absolute best. Y'all are crushing it. And we're only halfway done with the callers. All right, let's get up next. Let's go up to Ohio, where our good friend Ron the Materator resides, and his buddy up there, Dave in the 330.
What is up, Raider Nation? It's Dave out here in Ohio. Glad to be back in Ohio. Went out to Pissburgh for the game yesterday. It was great. Just glad to be out of that state. Nothing against the state, but their team is a big steaming pile of Browns, and we left them in a poor condition. It was so great to see freaking Ben laying on the ground all the time. I had a great time at the game. Sat way up top on like the 40-yard line. Good view. There's a good view from that stadium of the river from the away side. I did get into the game about 7-8 minutes into the first quarter because logistically it was a nightmare. It took them about an hour to get us through the gate. I don't know what was going on with that, but just everybody was stuck outside trying to get in. So a little disappointed with that. Those terrible towels are freaking horrible. They should outlaw those things. They're like chemical warfare because those people probably aren't real fans. Those towels have never been washed because all the lint flying off of them. When they're spinning them around, you can't breathe. It's like a dust cloud, showing that they probably just bought them and opened them right before the game. Bunch of losers. But anyway, can't stand that city. I hate going there for work. I just don't like the city. It's hard to get around in that city, but that's every major city. But you know what? I hate that one particularly because I just left it. So there it is. Good game, Raider Nation. We're 2-0, tied with the Donkeys for leading the division, thanks to the Dirty Birds taking care of the Chiefs last night. So we've been here before, though, starting out strong. Hopefully they keep it going this year. Seems like they have a good vibe going with them. I hope they can keep it going. We got a lot of good pieces out here, but so far, my prediction's been right. Win, 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 win. Raiders!
Yeah. Nice job, Dave in the 330. Man, he's a great caller, man. We love Dave in the 330. And all right, so I love it with the report there from what happened up there in Pittsburgh. Love to hear those game day experiences. Definitely keep those coming at us. And we'll have our own to report here after the Miami game. All right, next up, let's check in with our good buddies out there in Fremont, California, holding it down, the only made twins here in Raiders Fan Radio. Let's hear from Daniel and Matthew Mangus. We call him the main guy.
We told you, Swag. We told you this was going to happen. We told you this was going to happen. Come on, get over here. Get over here. Get over here.
Oh, my
gosh.
gosh.
Yeah, throw it down. That's Outside Jack. What? Outside Jack. That's QB Jack. Oh, my God.
They're beating up the wrong Jeff.
Get him. Come on. Oh, my God. All the hood. Come on. Gannon was tough as nails. What's on, man? What's on? Sorry, QB Jeff. There he is, mother.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's not him either. That's just a random dude. It's not? No, it's not him. Oh, my God. It's just someone that looks like him. Oh, my God. Calm down, bro. Calm down. We're going to go to jail. We're going to get arrested. All right, just calm down. Calm down, all right? You can see that we're hyped. Yeah, we're hyped. Yeah, we're hyped for this match. We also hyped that our Raiders are 2-0.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And we just have one thing to say. Oh, Raiders Fan Radio!
Nice.
Don't you dare beat our clock for your world famous 2-0 Raiders and feel the power!
Yes!
Go, boys!
It's a new day in the NFL. Yes, it is. And if Jacksonville, you ain't down with that, let us put our feet in between thine ass cheeks. Because you're gonna get whooping that you've never seen before.
Oh, my God.
So
the
good.
Mangus brothers, the
So
main guy.
remember when they started calling, they'd go, "Hi, this is Matthew, and I'm calling from." and I have a brother named Daniel.
Yeah. We're big fans of the show. We're big fans of the Raiders, and we grew up Raider fans in Fremont, California.
Coach Davis goes, "I know serial killers when I hear them."
Nice. Good job, Mangus brothers, man. We love you guys and appreciate all the amazing support. Those guys, I'm telling you, they are. If there are diehards around Raiders Fan Radio, it is the Mangus brothers, man. We appreciate you fellas, and we love you so much. All right, next up, let's get to Kill Jadus. He calls himself the northernmost Raider fan. He's up there in the wilderness of Alaska, where apparently it's already snowing on the ground for his football games. Let's check in with our good friend.
Yeah, you know what it is. Everything we do it big. Yeah, yelling there's nothing. When we pull up from the lot,
straight bumping, ripping her down. When you see it, you know everything. Black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, black and silver. We put it on the receivers as we cut the wind. Black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, black and silver.
Macho Man Raider Savage, 2-0 is our record. Now, we've seen this before last season, but what do you think of this victory?
Oh, yeah. Sunday wasn't about the black and yellow. It was all about the black and silver. The Raiders put on a show, and don't you know, Carr's arm was the bow, and the ball was the arrow, and he nailed bullseyes to and Renfro. You get it?
Yes, I get it. To and Renfro as in to and fro. But how about that defense, though? I have waited for so long for our defense to show up, and here they are.
The defense was like the Vikings of old as they raided London. Not only did their Clemente Bridge fall down, but so did their Big Ben, yeah! And there wasn't any fair lady to talk about it. No, there wasn't. And Big Ben fell twice, and that shot by Mad Max Crosby gave me nostalgia from back when Richard Seymour punched injured Jesus in the face. Dog performance,
Yeah. Well, except for when Jonathan Abram decided to become Josh Norman 2.0 and get tossed around.
Oh, geez.
And Arnett forgot that he was not in college anymore and gave up the middle of the play.
Yeah, well, negatives aside, we got a blast in the past as Derek Carr channeled the spirit of LaMonica and Henry Ruggs channeled the next Raider in the Hall of Fame, Cliff Branch.
Let's go.
Being went with the bomb. And the result is a touchdown. Oh, yeah.
Hey. Did you hear about the Steelers fan that had an accident?
Of course I did. Who knew that having a Raider name...
Do you know what this is, what he's talking about, Marsh? Somebody snapped a picture. It was sent to us by Kevin the Raider Nerd. Somebody snapped a picture of a Steelers fan washing his pants in the sink in the restroom that were laden with,
doo-doo?
Yeah. Terrible,
and
terrible
like
picture.
cheeks out.
Yeah,
it was,
cheeks
it was
out.
A,
Like,
it was a Jerome Bettis jersey and then cheeks.
And then,
Show up at Heinz Field will make Steeler fans so uneasy. So uneasy that one ended up dropping a Cleveland steamer in his pants. Here I thought Steeler fans didn't like the Browns. Maybe they have a brown streak in the inside. But Windsor Nation is a nation that has no shame. For he went to the bathroom and washed it out in the sink in front of everyone in social media. And if he was part of Raider Nation, he would not have had the problem because Raider Nation has no fear, no remorse, and no patience for cowardice.
And the Ravens did their job against the Chiefs, first in the division.
And that's why we got to keep the momentum. For all my Raider fans in Texas, you guys claim to be the best in the world at this, so prove it as you fire up your grills and smokers. Because Sunday, we're going to have a Texas-style barbecue and dolphins on the menu. Bring on the tunas. Oh, yeah.
Nice job there, Kill Jadis. Good job. Always, of course, accompanied by Macho Raider Savage there, so we appreciate that call. All right, we got one more to get to. This long show, and appreciate everybody that has hung in there with us through this marathon. Jeff, you want to shout out the chat one more time before we get into this last call and close it out?
Absolutely. We got Title Raider Coach Davis, Michelle Sweat, alleyesong.com is in there. Coach Davis is in there. RM is in there, who gave a shout out to the MTSU helmet in our background.
Let's go, Blue Raiders.
Yeah, man. Daniel Mangus, Matthew Mangus, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. Who else we got in there? Scrolling up. Kevin the Raider Nerd is in there. Kill Jadis is in there. We got the whole crew, man. And the numbers keep going up, man. Hey, last chance right here for you to donate. Every $10 donation gets you one poker chip into the entry to win the Jim Otto signed mini helmet, inscribed Hall of Fame 1980. Yeah, you got about probably 5-10 minutes left to get it in there. We've got 20 people that have donated tonight.
Awesome,
that's incredible.
Amazing. And tell them where that money's going.
And it's going to the One Nation Foundation, which gives to Raider affiliated charities. So yeah, our numbers are going up, man. Hey, we got $20 left to get to a cool milestone.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
Yeah, so come on with it.
All right, awesome, man. We appreciate you all very, very much. All right, last call. Let's check in with our good buddy. Since we started doing this show, became a good friend of ours, not only on the show but off the show as well. He is Kevin the Raider Nerd.
What is up, Raider Fans Radio? Murph, Mosh, Swaggy J. This is Kevin the Raider Nerd. Raiders! What's going on, guys? First of all, I know we're all excited. I'm going to share my excitement in a moment, but I've got 2 votes of no confidence. First, got a little bit of bad news, okay? Just like Amidala Punk, Chancellor Valorum in Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, my God, shut up.
I
love it. No, it's great.
2 players. And I'm sorry, Swaggy, but I am done with the Mariota experiment.
Yeah, it's about done.
Oh, yeah.
Too long for the amount of money that he has earned, and he does not have any availability.
He's not making nearly as much as what he was going to.
God forbid
That's true.
anything were to happen to Mr. Derek Carr. I have confidence in Peterman. He's served himself, done well during the off season and during preseason.
Truth.
He knows our system,
Yep.
and he's also mobile as well. So I just had to say that. The other player I'm giving a vote of no confidence to is, Cleveland Farrell. Because it's obvious that the Raiders don't have any confidence in him as well. He's running with the second team, and there's just something not panning out with this guy. I'm done with him as well. But let's get back to the good stuff here. We're talking about the Raiders. They are 2-0. What I love about this 2-0 start is not the fact that they're 2-0, but they have won games against 2 great AFC teams that will be in the playoff hunt later in the year. These 2 teams, Steelers, Ravens, always in the playoff hunt. One of them doesn't get the top of their division. One of them is going to be out there trying to get a wild card, and this gives us the edge going in there. So let's hope that we can do the same thing against the Finns. Let's beat them. They're wounded right now, which makes me worried about them. Let's not rest on our laurels. Let's try and beat those guys, because those are 3 teams that will be trying to go for the playoffs, and we can get tiebreakers if this is the case. All right? So
great point.
Let's keep it going here, guys. Also, I just want to say, one of the things I love about what's happening with our defense is for the first time in 20 years, I've been able to have confidence in our defense as a fan. When the offense would go 3 and out and maybe only get a field goal, I really feel good about turning the ball over to the defense and letting them handle things. I have not felt this way about a defense in over 20 years for the Raiders, and it is awesome. They have stepped up. I love what's happening, love what Gus is doing. I'm really, really excited every time the defense comes on, and I am just really excited for those teams. And this team feels like they've got each other's backs.
Yes.
Everyone was out on the field when we all thought Carr was hurt bad. That showed you what you really need to know. Also, don't forget, let's be humble. Lots of Raider talk are getting the national media right now that they're 2-0. Stop the MVP talk. We've got a long, long season to go. Go Raiders!
Let's go, Kevin, man. That was an awesome call, man. Kevin, I love it that Capo has, of course, his hit list, and now we have the vote of no confidence from Kevin. I like it, man. Great job. So I mentioned a little while ago that we award a Sizzler Award to the best email or phone caller of the night. Uncle Mosh has that honor to announce that. And Uncle Mosh, who do we have tonight?
All right, so we started off with a great list of emails. We had a chemist called his email from last week, followed by the poem from Tyrone, which was amazing.
Oh, so good.
Outstanding.
Yeah, good job, Tyrone.
JJ Raider 26, and we got to hear a little history lesson on where that name comes from. Ta-da! Wrote in, again, mentioning the cannolis at Domenico's.
Yeah.
Trying to win his way through, my stomach. Paul with an outstanding email. Once again, it was actually a 4-pager this time. It was terrific.
It was great.
Every bit of it was great and well thought out. And then Capo kicked us off. As always, another outstanding voicemail from Capo. Rico, cheers to Big Ben, a shot of whiskey, and see you later. Mojo reports from the field. I love that. Our roving reporter, Mojo from the field. Lalo Malosa. He did it in Spanish for Hispanic. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. Is that what it is? Is
it? I don't. Yeah, it is. Know. Yeah.
But I love that. I love that his son came in and corrected him.
Oh, love it, man. That was so good.
And then followed it up with his own email that was just wonderful, and told us his name is Mr. Los Angeles. It was great.
So good.
Coach Davis threw in there about throwing hands with his mama. I don't know that the 3 of us ever went foggy glasses before.
Holy crap.
That was really good.
It was amazing. Houston Raiders Steve, who talked about a fantastic history lesson, as always, going in there, telling us about what it was like in Pittsburgh. The unknown Raider saying Raiders, Dave in the 330 with the steaming pile of Browns hates his Pennsylvania, and then Kiljadis brought up, speaking of steaming pile of Browns, in his game recap about the poopy pants. The main guys attacked multiple Jeffs.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Week.
Oh, absolutely.
And speaking of Kiljadis, by the way, it was hilarious. It was great. And then I'm reading all my notes. And then Kevin, of course, with his mini hit list.
Love it.
But tonight's Sizzler.
Oh, here we go.
Goes to a former winner.
Okay.
Paul, get your notepad out because this week's Sizzler goes to Coach Davis. Come and
Sizzler.
Sizzler.
As a person that's in the entertainment industry for most of his adult life, the delivery and the timing was impeccable. You can't teach that. You know, you got
So
that.
good.
You got that.
My gosh, and according to his call, he is now a five-time.
Oh, Sizzler Award winner?
Absolutely.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Oh, hee-haw. Oh, hee-haw. Solomon Thomas. Hunter Renfro.
Quentin Jefferson.
Henry Jacobs. Coach Davis. What is this? Like a Jerry Lewis marathon?
We've been at this
since
for a minute.
4 o'clock this afternoon,
and I've been up literally since 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we've been at it. We're getting a little delirious, but all right. What's your name?
Swaggy J.
Your best friend. Sorry,
I was going to say shout out and swag at the same time, and it came out swag.
Yeah.
So Schwago, shout out the chat for us, please, and then let's give away something.
Absolutely. So Mike Crowd is in there. Coach Javis, congratulations on the Sizzler. Kiljadis, Raiderborn Rico, Stacy Ruff, who got us to our milestone with a $20 donation. Schmucky the Raider Bear, Tyrone Graves, around the Mater Raider, Kiljadis, Foxy Scorpio, Paul Edgerton, Tider Raider, AllEyesOnG.com, Aaron the Q-Dog Raiders in there, Michelle Sweat, YO Raider, Al V is in there, Sergio Burgos is in there, Raiderborn Rico's in there, everyone's in there, man. So yes, let's give away this helmet, dude.
And you know what? Let me just say, too. Y'all are long haulers, man.
No kidding, man. We
staying in here for this long.
We got 66 people in here right now.
I can't tell you how much we love and appreciate you.
By the way, we broke records tonight.
We did.
At 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Okay.
Of the show tonight, we went over 100 watching. We were at 101.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
And we've got 93 likes already, and we're still on the air.
Awesome,
yep, absolutely. And to one up you a little bit there, and Schmucky the Raider Bear.
Oh,
holy
throw an
cow!
Extra chip for Schmucky.
I will throw in an extra chip for Schmucky right there. He now has 4 chips. So now we're over that milestone mark. So we did hit 104 views.
Oh, did it go up to 104?
We
Okay, I wrote it down when I saw 101.
And those are simultaneous. That's
right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So thank you to Michelle.
So
for
hold
the
on. So
Schmucky
let me give. So poker chip number 7 is Schmucky the Raider Bear. So he will get one more chip right there. So he now has
he's happy.
He now has 4 chips. Yeah, he's happy as hell. You know what I mean. So, he's good right there.
Up there in section 405. Yeah,
repping it up in section 405.
Right.
So tonight. We raised a lot of money for the One Nation Foundation.
How much did we raise, Jeff?
Tell them what we did before the game, though. Before the show.
Before the show, well, what did we do?
When we made our predictions, remember?
We made our predictions. So Murph,
was one of us right?
I was the closest, I believe.
Well, you were over.
But I was still the closest. This isn't let's make a deal.
I like the Price is Right style.
Oh, bite my butt, okay? I'm the one that makes the rules around here.
That's true. Hey, Swaggy Jeff was the closest.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Swaggy was the closest.
All right. I said $300.
Before Murph said $300.
I said $450.
You said $450. I said $390.
Okay.
We raised $410 tonight.
Let's go!
Yeah. $410 tonight. That is unbelievable. Thank you so much, Raider Nation. This is unbelievable. This is absolutely
so
unbelievable.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you to Jason for the helmet. So we could give that 100%. Away tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you to all of you that donated. Yep. All right, let's see who we got.
All right,
okay, here we go. Okay. And Paul Egerton says it's wide open. There's no Big Bass Raider.
There is no Big Bass Raider tonight.
Yeah.
So a new person will win a prize.
Big prize, yeah.
Absolutely. So
you know what that means?
Oh, nice. So we're going to start with the hashtag One Chip Gang.
Okay.
We're going to start with those. So Pirate 1975, a $10 donation. Dave Affolter, a $10 donation. Ty the Raider, a $6 or a $5 donation. He was poker chip number 6. Foxy Scorpio, $5 or $10 donation. Let's see. Ebony Graves, Mrs. Tyrone Graves, a $10 donation. Kill Jadis, $10 donation. Let's see who else we got here in the One Chip Gang. The dude who did it two chips at a time with poker chip number 17, $10 donation.
The dude abides.
Yeah, man. Lencho, a $10 donation. And Coach Davis, tonight's Sizzler winner, a $10 donation. Then we got Aaron the Q-Dog Raider on behalf of Ebony Graves.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. A $20 donation. Matthew Mangus, a $20 donation. Let's see. Kevin the Raider Nerd, $20 donation.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes, absolutely. Ron the Mater Raider with lucky number 13 for Hunter Renfro, a $20 donation.
Thank you, Ron.
D the Sun, a $20 donation.
Thank you, D.
Let's see. Eye Patch, a $20 donation.
Nice.
Tyrone Graves, a $20 donation. Let's see here. I think I just got the big dogs left. Schmucky the Raider Bear, $30 donation.
Thank you, Schmucky.
Absolutely. Let's see. What's the next one here? Wyo Raider, a $50 donation.
$50 from Wyo.
$50 donation.
Q-Dog says Big Bass Raider and Wyo Raider have never been in the same place at the same time.
Hey, no kidding, man. No kidding. Stacy Ruff, $40 donation.
Thank you, Stacy.
Yeah, and Michelle Sweat, a $50 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Absolutely. She's the one that built that schmucky I was just showing her.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
All
So
right,
$410 tonight. So Uncle Mosh.
All right, get on in the shot. And Mosh's shot over there. Yeah, get on over there.
All right, so what Swaggy J's doing is he's put them all in this Raider garbage can. And, of course, with the Raiders, there is no garbage. We got rid of that. Okay. It's a popcorn can. And he's mixing them all up. Mix them good. All
right, so you're going to win. This is for the winner of the Jim Otto Hall of Fame helmet. Signed helmet. All right, here we go. Raider Wolf, we're closing out the show, and we're giving away something cool here as we close out.
And the winner is Big Bass Raider. No, the winner is...
What number, Mosh?
Number 18.
Oh! The winner tonight is Michelle Sweat.
Oh. Hey! Show the helmet, show the numbers.
Michelle Sweat is the winner tonight of the Jim Otto signed mini helmet.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Michelle Sweat. We don't even got to put this in the mail because she lives where we live.
That's right down the road. Show the numbers, Swaggo. Show the numbers. Show 18 there.
Yes. Show your number 18 right there.
There you go. And then show your tally sheet there. Fantastic, man. We appreciate you so
we would do anything to save $4 on postage around here.
Well, yeah.
That is awesome. Well, Michelle has given considerably on all the other ones as well. And so we appreciate her. Hey, and Wyoming Raider, shoot me your address. Now, Wyo's a big dude. All I have is large Raiders Fan Radio shirts here. If you want one of these, you can go to our website, RaidersFanRadio.com, and click the gear button, and you can get one of these. But
hey, you know what? Just text us your size and your address.
Yeah,
size and your address.
Send it to show@RaidersFanRadio.com, and we will send you a shirt because we appreciate that.
Yes,
that $50. That was the other big donation of the night, right? Was Wyo?
Yes, Wyo. Yeah, $50 donation.
So send us your address and size, and we'll get you a shirt. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much to everybody that has joined us here tonight. We love you, Raider Nation. See you in Vegas. If you're going to be in Vegas, hit me and Cody up at the Sahara. We'll see you for the pregame show. We'll see you for the postgame show. We'll be at the game. So if you see me at the game, please come and say hello. We appreciate you very, very much. Love y'all. See you in Vegas. Swag Jeff.
Yeah, hey, and thanks to everyone in the chat, man. Thank you for all the donations, obviously. Thank you for Ron the Mater Raider holding it down in the chat. Thank you to Batman for being here. Kill Jadis, Michelle Sweat, Sergio Burgos is in there, Ebony Graves, Coach Davis, Raider Wolf, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Mike Kraut is in there, Paul Edgerton, who's staying up late watching with us overseas right there. Let's see who else. Schmucky the Raider Bear, Foxy Scorpio. Thank you guys for tuning in. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, you guys are the best. Thank you guys for sticking in for this super long episode. Uncle Mosh, take us home, my man.
You know, it was a great night tonight. And hopefully next week when we're back, it's a 3-0 night, and it might go even longer.
Let's
go. We want to thank everybody except for that one guy for listening tonight. We got 100 likes already tonight, and I haven't even hit the button yet.
Nice.
You haven't hit the unlike
I hit the unlike button. All right, so I got my little buddy Swaggy J over there, and I got my little nephew Murph over there, and this is your old Uncle Mosh. And you've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio. Listen up there, hater. This is where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Don't ever forget what happens in Vegas started in Oakland. Don't forget. Adios, malingerers.
Good night, YouTube. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Wear your masks. Get your shots.
Love you, Raider Nation.
God bless.
Goodbye.